This show is intended for adult audiences. You know, people with bills, backaches, responsibilities, and a functioning sense of humor. It contains strong language, stronger opinions, and the kind of jokes that might send the emotionally fragile into a full-blown meltdown. If you're easily offended, perpetually outraged, or think words are violence, this is your cue to clutch your pearls, grab a blankie, and sprint to your nearest safe space. Or, you know, just get in the sea. We won't miss you. For everyone else, buckle up and let's have some laughs.
Rated D for dickhead.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.
Hello, you dirty little boys. Are you interested in my body?
I'm gonna come.
Nice tits.
A real setup of donkers, packing some Doban hunkeros.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of men.
What's going down, babes? Show me the loving.
Silence! You are too gay to be the doctor.
I'm wonderful, and I'm the most amazing person in the universe.
Exterminate!
These people are making a lot of money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism.
You're watching Will of the Fans! Let's fucking go!
I'm afraid I've got some bad news! Bad news!
high energy for the 250th episode of the show. What? When did we get to that? That is crazy. I didn't even realize. I was just like, numbering the thumbnail, and I'm like, wait, what? Oh, shit. I really should have made a bigger deal for this one. Like, we normally do every 50, we make like a big-ass fucking deal about it, but I just don't have the luxury of that today because it's 1:37 a.m. and I have to drive out of here in 4 hours to go and sit in a fucking church in slacks in a tropical climate, listening to a sermon in a language I don't understand because, hey, I'm married. Yippee! Yeah, it's great. My kids will probably be the only ones less comfortable and less patient than me. So, yeah, wonderful. No, it's okay. It's fine. And then we're going to go spend a couple of days away. Yeah, it's just that I forgot that the church is on the halfway point of the trip, not afterwards. So I thought I was going to get to sleep when we arrived.
Right.
But no, we won't arrive until like the mid-morning now, at which point I'll probably be furious. But there we go. So we have a non-negotiable time limit of about 3 hours for this show, which sucks because it's going to be a hell of a fucking show. There is so much going on. It's insane right now what's been happening. Absolutely
veritable spank bank of wankers.
You couldn't possibly ask for more fucking wankers at the moment to turn your head. I mean, one game has created a whole fucking smorgasbord of absolute bastards coming out from all angles with their insane takes, like actual insanity going on left and right, going apparently right anyway, going completely insane. And I barely know anything about it because I haven't even had time to prepare. That's why you guys did it this week, so that's amazing. I, of course, have got Hasan, and of course, the guy who, without whom I would still probably be on like 800 less subs, Mr. Jeremy Hambley. So thank you very much, Jeremy, for crashing out, losing your mind. Not for taking down 2 channels, because fuck you forever for that, but for the endless crashing out and complete incompetence of video games. I am very grateful. There was no Kino Casino today. I said there was going to be a Kino Casino, but there wasn't. They had to delay for another 2 days, so it'll be back on Friday, which is fine.
Taking any amount of time will always have some kind of adverse kind of
exactly.
Aftershock effects. They just
yeah, of course. So,
But well, the anticipation builds, doesn't it?
I mean, it does.
That and yes, like I was saying last week, I think they were benefited from having some time away so they can actually, more directly dissect the important parts rather than just get all the spectacular bullshit because, well, the Hamburglar is very very much in a downward spiral and just. Every desperate moment is completely ripe for ridicule. So
I mean, he's allowed the pressure of what's going on to completely and totally melt him down. And it's glorious. You gotta fucking love it. It's in real time. You're watching a guy torturing himself, and it's actually really funny. We'll get to that, of course. Fortunately for us, we didn't need Kino Casino today because literally I went to go see it. I woke up as it happened just in time for it to start, went to Kick and found a chat asking where the hell everybody was and informing each other, only to then point out that Jeremy was live and so was Stuttering Craig and let the battle begin. So that was kind of fun. We'll get to that. Then we've also got Mary, what's her name? Morgan?
Mary Morgan. Yes, right. Thankfully for me, my research was supplied by Jay Viper yesterday before I was asked to supply information. So, shout out to you, Jay. Thank you so much. We are getting around to the notes you sent me. So
Jay's a legend. Both he and I got banned by the quartering at the same time earlier on. It was hilarious. I stuck around long enough to get unbanned again and continue holding his hand through the early hours of Crimson Desert. Seriously, it was me. I was sitting there and he's going, I didn't realize you could blah, blah, blah. That was me writing in the fucking chat. I was literally so infuriated with him, but I can't stand bad gameplay. I hate it even more than I hate him. So I still helped him.
Indeed. And if you want a more updated account of that Mary Morgan situation from Jay, he did cover it himself after we talked about it. So we could probably just go over his stuff, possibly.
That's fantastic. Of course, I haven't had time, of course, because of the day I've had to look at any of it yet. So I'm going to be completely blind to this for the first time doing Wanker of the Week. No idea what's going on. Also, Hasan got involved in all that shit as well, and he made a complete fool of himself and accidentally increased the star power of Smash JT in the process. So ha 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 ha. It's kind of weird how these things seem to always end up being to do with Smash JT, but well done him. Anyway, before we get into all of that, we have got a shitload to do, and like I said, fuck all time to do it. So let's get to some intros. John, how are you doing, man?
Awesome as always. I had to rebuild the studio for tonight's Fallout review, so hopefully after we get done here tonight, Toasty and I will be able to put the finishing touches on it, and everything should work. And I guess we'll find out tonight at 8 p.m. But other than that, I've just made coffee and started the day, so let's fucking go.
Beautiful. All right, Rhoda, what about you?
Yeah, pretty good. We had a we had a good show on Zeitgeist last night. I'm starting to get the hang of it now. We even managed to cover 2 stories that broke while we were live, so I'm feeling pretty pleased with myself. And we got through everything that was planned as well, so that's all good. Unfortunately, I stayed up trying to do some editing and stuff, thinking I'll have a nice lie-in, and then the people opposite started doing building work and tree work, which means I haven't had much sleep either. But there we go.
I know
Shit
that
happens.
I was trying to record a video like in the dead of no, it wasn't the dead of night. It was early morning. I was trying to record a video before I went to sleep, and some you know what, with a leaf blower or something, or like an electric fucking lawnmower thing was right outside my goddamn window going.
Yeah.
I was like, motherfucker.
I mean, these were on the other side of the street, but it was an angle grinder and a couple of chainsaws, so...
Right. It turned out, actually, that it was more severe than I thought, because I walked out later and found the garbage men had just been... But they were still on my road collecting a tree. So, yeah. So that's what it was. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go.
That's the one benefit that you get from being as close to the rail yard as I am. So you get acclimated to the noise to where things like that don't even affect you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, I've lived in really noisy places before, but I'm not used to it anymore. Like, it's really quiet.
Right. No, it is one of those things. It's kind of like elastic, depending on your general sense of, you know, the nighttime noises of... Yeah, you get a
so bonus wanker of the week, the guy who cut down a tree while I was trying to record. There we go. Toasty, how are you doing there?
I'm doing good. Pissing people off on X.
Like I love the way you're so chill about things. You're like, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know if you've seen all the DMs I sent you with all the bullshit that's happening.
I know, yeah. There's loads of things. You guys sent me a shitload of stuff, and I haven't even had a chance to look at any of it yet. So we'll get to it. But oh my god, you carried on with the quartering stuff.
Yeah. So like now he's putting himself in the position and in the middle of like what Mary had posted and stuff. It's like you already have a lot on your plate. I wouldn't do that if I were you. But anyways, it's there.
See, this is the great thing, Will, for these Thursday shows is if there's one thing Toasty's good at is researching pettiness.
Yeah.
And you know, so
it's kind of glorious.
Yeah. She's good to have for these Wanker of the Week specifically because she will always find the tea to spill.
I'm a woman. It's in my DNA to like search for like pettiness, right?
I love it too. I'm not even gonna lie. I really enjoy it. I do. I love watching people logging other people online, especially just sort of auditing them mentally auditing them. You know, it's like, are you aware that your brain is not functioning properly in the following ways, A through Z? You know, I love it. It just fucking really tickles me watching them crash out afterwards about it as well. People can't handle criticism, you know. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're YouTubers. We get comments, like, you know, actually wrong about this thing, you know. Yeah. My response always fact check and oh shit, you're right, I missed that one. Thank you for letting me know. You know, some people are like, how dare you? Don't you know I have 200,000 subscribers and that means I'm always right? You know,
right? Well, it's funny because like it seems like the two biggest rights that most people seem to forget is that you have the right to privacy, so you can always keep things to yourself, or you know, you also have the right to be offended. And, you know, life is offensive. That's just something that you should understand in 2026.
True. You have the right to be offended, and other people have the right to not care.
Yeah. Dude, I had
one. Go, Tasty.
I was about to say real quick, a Troon got fucking mad at me because he decided to post something public that I responded. And he's like, I wasn't talking to you, but I'm like, it's literally
you're talking to the
posted it publicly, so I'm allowed to say something, you fucking moron. And everybody was just going after him, and it's just great. Because everyone is on my side.
Well, to be fair, it has turned that way now. Like it used to be that you'd say something like that and everyone would turn on you until they realized they could get away with actually using their brains. And now, by and large, people will side with people like you over people like them. And they should, because that's common sense. And we lost common sense for a few years, and we're just getting it back now, slightly, little by little. And mostly because we witnessed the ruin of everything without it. So
right.
There you go.
Well, COVID Hell World did deprive a lot of people of oxygen without getting, you know, microfiber infiltration in their lungs and all kinds of stupid bullshit from masks and the other craziness that has spun out from that.
Went insane because of that. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
The fracture of dude, that was the fracturing of all kind of social discourse and
that's
reality.
Right. There you go. All right, thank you very much for being here, everybody, and for helping out with the research this week. I just haven't had time at all. There's been so much to do, and all this preparation for what will basically be me catapulting myself across the island, sleeping, and coming back by the time I get back on Sunday. So, because I don't know where the fuck I'll be. Anyway, yes, we have got a 250th episode of The Bloody Show today. It's actually crazy. I'm sorry we haven't done more of a celebration. Normally we try to turn it into something, but maybe we'll celebrate in another show. But we will still have a lot of fun today. And thank you very much to the people who shouted it out. We've got Barry Stroud here for $2 New Zealand dollars. Says, congrats on 250. Thank you very much. Appreciate Oh, yes. Thank you. Smash JT is here as well. Hey, stick around. You'll be featured in this at some point. Probably in the next hour, actually. Because, we probably might as well start with Hasan because he's familiar territory, and then we can go into the more shocking reaction, and then we can go and, roast the Ham Planet for a while. That wasn't meant to sound like a pun, but Smash JT for $4.99 says pair character. Oh, he's not a says, it's a sticker. Of course it is. It's a sticker, and I appreciate it. It's a cute little pair doing a mic drop like a fucking boss. Smash gets to do a mic drop today. It's fucking hilarious. What did you guys happen to know anything about what happened regarding Smash JT and the whole gamers are all incel chards who shouldn't want families narrative?
I saw something about his daughter and some artwork.
I didn't see anything about that. I think I was actually live at the time.
It's the funniest fucking shit, man. Like, you couldn't possibly write this. I bet someone already is going like, oh, that's staged. Because it's just too perfect. But no, I completely believe it was organic. Kids do just sort of do the damnedest things. So there you go.
We've been on live streams before where Jay's kids have brought their artwork in. It's just something kids do.
I've been on streams where my kids have been brought in, and I've had to sit holding one while I'm like, So yeah, shit happens. Completely believe it. So thank you very much, Smash JT. Appreciate you for being here, buddy, and thank you for $5.
Thank you for $5.
And St. Hugo is back, gifting a membership. One more for the Grizz Force and the Princesses. Thank you very much.
Help me create the future of the white race.
All right, beautiful.
Gracias.
Yes, thank you very much. And right at the end there, we got Kratos for $5. Says, "What's good, everyone?" Oh, you know, just the minds of madness melting down around us, left, right, center. It's actually hilarious. Pretty much in every case, no matter what side politically people claim to be on, it all seems that there's a common thread of complete insanity in the middle of it, and that is the line that is snapping right now, and you gotta love it. You gotta fucking love it. You got grifters on all sides, and they're all getting utterly fucking decimated. Beautiful. And when I say grifters, I of course not talking about the Grift Force. The Grift Force is a joke, but I'm real grifters. You know, like Ham Planet, like Hasan Piker, and apparently this Mary bitch, who I can't wait to find out about. But thank you very much for 5.
Thank you for $5.
Oh, it still makes me laugh, that fucking clip, man. All right, let's get into it. It's Wanker of the Week.
This is a segment to celebrate all the people that we wish would disintegrate. Celebrities, politicians, lawyers, bankers, all of these people are total wankers. Insufferable, intolerable, nauseating, excruciating wanker of the week.
All right.
We played the intro before a half hour had passed.
I know, it's a record.
Go
it's almost
team!
It's like, no, I'm not going to invoke Rush News, because then we'll be here until like 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, we're just speed running Wanker of the Week.
We're just speed running the intros, really, because it's going to take as long as it always does for Wanker of the Week. So, so that's cool.
Without delay.
Yeah, we will get into it because we have a show to do, and that means less time for preamble. But okay, so I guess we might as well start with the general, actual background of all of this shit that happened with Pragmata this week, which we've talked about before, but it has caused total insanity to flourish on all sides, as I've said. So let's just start with this as a background. This article came out not that long ago, and I thought, wow, that's really ridiculous. According to the gamer, gaming cannot allow Pragmata's Diana fan club to flourish. Written by this bitch, who actually looks like absolutely every feminist writer you can possibly imagine.
It looks like Alyssa's lawyer, the tranny one.
I was gonna say, yeah, that looks like, is that a man? Like,
yeah, that is interesting, you know, because yeah, it looks like a 19 sort of a 19.
It's a very handsome lady,
feminist, which would be the style that a bloke would go for. So yeah, and I wasn't quite sure about the face. Stacey Henley, Stacey, also a name that has been appropriated by a lot of weirdos. So yeah, let's see. You need a website for this. You need a website that just literally you can put a person's name and just put trans at the end, and it just goes ding or you know. Or real woman, or you know, that would be better.
Be like the good egg versus the bad egg from the Wonka factory.
All right, chat. What do we reckon? Is it a bloke? Is it a chick? No,
I reckon it's a bloke.
I think it's a very ugly girl.
Okay, well, we're gonna play a game. Is it a bloke or ugly girl? Ugly girl or man? Ugly girl or man? Spammer says, dude. All right.
There's like a subtle Adam's apple.
I need the Austin Powers clip now, don't I? But ain't no woman. It's a man, baby. Anyway, it's a dude. Confirm themselves, if I recall. Okay, Smash JT ruining it for everyone. No, that's fine. Yeah,
I saw that. I was like, that is totally a dude.
Well, what can I say?
Yeah. I mean, this is actually why I said it. I saw this about an hour ago from Smash JC's retweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So well, I was actually acting on prior knowledge. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
The stench of
Stacey-
desperation and an Adam's apple, just can't be undone.
Why do they
That's
have to
right.
say that for every little thing? As a trans person, as a trans person, that is that's,
Because it's the most important thing in their lives. It's all they
Jesus
want. It's all they
Christ.
have. They have to frame everything through that lens because otherwise they can't sustain the paradox machine around themselves, the bubble of you're not allowed to say X, Y, Z, or really A, B, C, D, 3D, all the way to the fucking end.
Time to bully them.
Yeah, you're not allowed to speak factually to me because I'm a trans person. So that's why they say that, basically. That's what they do. Yeah, that's literally it. It's like when people go, oh, as a black person, or people, or as a I don't fucking know, as a disabled person. No, you don't really get a lot of it from the disabled. Most of them want to be left alone or allowed to integrate. Whereas it's always just regular fuckers who ain't special enough who need to come up with some fucking reason to make themselves special. And most of the time, that's the kind of mind of madness that results in pruning yourself in the first place. So there we go. Kratos says, how about as an idiot? Well, yeah, there you go. Exactly, yeah. As a male with autogynephilia. So there we go. So this lunatic is apparently criticizing the fuck out of the Pragmata story. I don't really mind people finding video game characters attractive. If I did mind, it would be hypocritical. Do people get weird about it and take it too far sometimes? Absolutely. But then it's the same for pop stars, actors, cartoon characters, and just real life people that we find attractive. It just happens. Yeah, it's true. That's a fact. Can't argue with that. People have been finding fictional characters attractive forever, like women fantasizing about fucking James Bond and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Even if even though, yeah, that's a real man who played the part, but the part is not who he is. So you're
Well, it's like
fantasizing
how many
a figment,
how many women have a gaming crush on Cloud or
yeah,
Sephiroth?
tons. Or Sephiroth. That one always annoyed
Specifically,
me.
Sephiroth, actually.
Do you know? I remember about 1998 or 1999, hearing for the first time that like girls thought Sephiroth was hot or cute, and I remember that was probably the moment that I realized the world would one day plunge itself into complete insanity, because I was like, you're talking about fantasy Hitler, like the guy who tried to bomb the planet with a meteor. Like, why would you find that? Like, that's morally reprehensible. And of course, right? Women are insane. They find, they like bad guys. So there we go. That was a big part of growing up in the 90s, discovering that women really liked Sephiroth. It got worse because by the 2023, they were all thirsting after Ganondorf, which is
or
worse.
Bowser.
Or Bowser. Fuck, yeah, I forgot about that one. Kim Belair, you absolute lunatic. What the hell were you thinking? And it ain't just her. Of course not. In fact, it's not just women either, of course, because we also got an article from that lunatic who writes for Kotaku, Kenneth Shepard. Remember this one? Bowser, I know what you are, bisexual.
Oh, God. You're right.
Just to... This is the guy who also wrote the article, Leon S. Kennedy, I'm on PrEP, meaning the anti-HIV medicine. The pre-fuck anti-HIV medicine. Anyway, yeah, so journalists are insane, and they're also the horniest people around, so it's kind of weird that we're getting this article. But anyway, what side is this troon on then?
I know. I was like, I wonder what kind of self-revelations we're going to be getting out of this, because it's already seemingly going down what could be a very murky, dark road.
I, a woke video game journalist, oh, for fuck's sake. Well...
Oh, God, I gotta give this article to Kyle. Be like, generate some kind of song out of this madness.
As a woke video game journalist, and
surprisingly self-aware.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but of course you got to remember that they're in the backpedaling moment right now, where they're trying to bring back woke as they're trying to take the word back now, because they had the word, then they denied ever using the word because the word became a pejorative. Because of us and people like us, and now they're trying desperately to bring the word back, but the word will never be back. It will never ever be back, because woke will permanently just mean cultural Marxist, and thus insane. Humbly declare that Eve from Stellar Blade is hot. Eve from Stellar Blade is hot. What the fuck are you talking about? It's weird that you're saying that, though. As a trans person. The issue becomes when this is the primary reason for playing. Okay, so are you going to say that you think that the kid is sexy? Or are you going to say that other people think that the kid is sexy? Which one is it? All right, which one are you going to take here? This, I suppose, is why we fight over Stellar Blade. No, it's not. It's because it gets flowers enough. It's all a bit silly when framed like that. It becomes more serious when these sorts of attitudes pervade among popular gaming discourse. Conversations often by design. Make that, oh god, I'd love to make a video about this, but I'm going to be out of town. I don't think the sole and primary purpose of video games is to serve up hot women. It is kind of worrying, actually, how many people think that the primary function of video games is to serve up hot women these days. And I fucking hate that I have to say that, but I keep running into them online. It's really annoying. There's people out there who are literally making Twitter threads going, why can't I fuck Damien in Stellar Blade, in Crimson Desert? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe because you're supposed to be adventuring. You know? Maybe there's other things to do. Just make yourself a fucking AI that looks like her and goon to that, you loser. Jesus.
That's right. Utilize your weird fanaticism in creative ways. Take care of your own weird kinks.
Exactly. And it is just it is very much just these days, you know, I feel like I'm permanently stuck in the middle here. I'm like literally like Troons to the left of me, Gooners to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. You know? Just trying to tell them both to shut up. You know, shut up and let me enjoy my fucking hobby. You know? Right. It's supposed to be escapism. I don't want to hear about your goddamn agendas or your masturbatory habits either. Shut up. Anyway, so it becomes a more serious case still in the case of Pragmata. All right. In the run-up to its release, Reddit banned a Pragmata subreddit because of its content. Right. Okay, so look, this is the problem. We have to actually address this. Yes, people were posting sexually explicit images of this one. I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. But Pragmata stars childlike android Diana, who's the focus of the explicit content. Okay, yes, that's right. But then, are you gonna say that people are overcorrecting now as well, like by saying that everyone who wants to play the game is it? No. So yeah, so you are in fact literally just, oh, she's barefoot here because she charges through her feet, and while it does convey childlike innocence to most players, the meme makes it harder to view this design through. So yeah, so we have one here who's firmly on the side of this is bait. At least it seems that way. It does seem that way.
I mean, I'm not the author. I am a man. I am a man like the author, but I am not a man like the author.
Yeah, you're not a ma'am. Yeah.
Right.
Victim blaming the game for someone wrote here. You're victim blaming here. This person Mika's wrote as a woman. This is so fucking letters to the BBC, isn't it, Rhoda?
Yeah.
Have you ever like we used to get this show on the BBC called Points of View. It was it was the shittest show ever. It was literally just this old lady reading out angry letters from the public to the BBC. And every one of them would start with, as a disgruntled former mining worker in the north, you know, or something like, as a degenerate alcoholic who never leaves his pub, you know. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, back when Frankie Boyle was still funny, he used to do like a segment on it, and it was things like, I watched Silent Witness with the sound off, and it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. As an idiot, exactly what Kratos said. So there we go. You're victim blaming the game for what few people might do, and there's no proof they even played the game themselves. Maybe you should play the game, adopt Diana yourself, and be the space dad you never knew you wanted to be. Yeah, space dad over here. Man, you know, why does mocking trans people always get such big laughs? I guess it's because they think they're better than everybody else.
They're fucking clowns.
Yeah, indeed. All right. So against the backdrop of that, then we have, of course, the entire narrative on the one side, you have a bunch of people saying, this is PDF bait, right? This is pedo bait. And that's not true. That's absolutely not true at all. They have done a specific type of design that does that as I've said this multiple times, I've been shouted at for it, I've been celebrated for it. You've got a little girl in an oversized coat and bare feet. Okay, that is something that is designed to trigger the hardwired parental impulse that all men and women have, whether they are like fathers and mothers or not. Right, the potential is always there. The instinct to protect the young, the cute, the vulnerable. Right. We've all talked about this. It's an anthropological fact. It can't be, it literally can't be argued with. The discrepancy comes when a certain type of person, wired the wrong way for whatever reason, interprets that stimulus as sexually arousing instead of nurturing, right? Instead of, I don't know what the word would be for parentally arousing, right? So that's the problem. The problem is not the character. The problem is the people, in other words, right? So you can't punish the fucking art for the freaks who use it, right? Or watch it or enjoy it in the way that they do. That's just a fact. By that reckoning, you might as well tear down the Mona Lisa, because perhaps somebody has gooned to it.
Well,
I guarantee someone has gooned to it.
It's been a long time where the world was without, ubiquitous on-demand, I guess images and other forms of stimulus. So yeah, I would imagine Mona Lisa's that was kind of she probably had a lot of people gooned to her over the years.
Yep, indeed. Now the point is
slim pickings.
Now, let me make it abundantly clear here. It is wood chipper time for the people who are.
Yeah, this is kind of a self reveal moment, is what we're experiencing, because we talked about this a little bit the other day, and I like I said, if this all comes down to the context of whether or not shoes are on the character model or not, and that's what this whole supposed thing is about, and there's a contextual reason for that within the narrative, then this is kind of a non-event to begin with, and clearly just shows that people are desperately looking for something to glob onto so that they can try to, bad dad the situation however they possibly can, and if not bad dad, then bad audience, because that's always a tried and true chestnut for situations like this, and they haven't been able to get away with any of this other stuff. But then even beyond that, like I had mentioned, how many other games, even recently, just a few weeks ago with Death Stranding 2, you have a young little, adoptive daughter character in that you spent the entire first game with. We mentioned, Last of Us, obviously. Other games where characters been barefoot. Like, this has not been a fucking issue in any way, shape, or form, other than for right now, for certain people thinking that they can use this as a way to eke out a win, but it reveals more about them in the process of them trying to suggest this ludicrous, supposition upon a wide-scale audience that, it's kind of like, all right, well, tell us more about yourself without actually just coming right out and saying it, because that's all I get from these things.
Yeah. And so basically, unfortunately for us, we live in a world where there's going to be a certain type of person who is going to be wired wrong and is going to find Diana, pleasant. Let's just say that. And I'm not interested in that, and I don't want to know about it. And right? But at the same time, you can't blame the art for it. If a girl has bare feet, it's there to make you feel like she needs your help more than, It's the same reason why Princess Zelda's not wearing fucking armor, Well, these days she is, of course. It's the same reason why Princess Peach is, not wearing armor.
It's to have some level of vulnerability. Hell, they even did it with John McClane.
Exactly, they did.
We
talked about this, where his bare feet were a major part of the plot. The point was he literally had to do that entire fucking thing with severely cut up feet from having to walk on fucking piles of broken glass because he didn't have time to put on shoes during the fucking takeover. You know, so it is a very powerful thing to be able to. Yeah, I'd say it works with almost anyone. To have bare feet makes you extremely vulnerable. A lot of people don't like to have bare feet. Hell, I was at the water park last Sunday, and I made the mistake of walking to the bar bare feet in a tropical climate. My feet were burning.
Right, and it's something that's immediately relatable. People have, countless fucking sensory, neuron receptors and everything like that. Like, our feet are highly sensitive, and so you can just show imagery of that, and people will just act on it on an instinctual level, subconsciously even, just because there's certain things just coded into just the understanding of what's even there. So, yeah, it's...
Yep. And there's
trying to read anything more from that other than trying
to
convey some sense of vulnerability in a character is, that's...
And there's even people who misinterpret that as well and find that sexy, Kato.
Nah, demons, like demons.
But anyway, that is probably enough. Hobbits, we ain't exactly. We don't have that kind of reinforcement on our footwear. So into this stupid drama that never should have kicked off, and yet somehow became page one of the fucking internet for a few days. For normies anyway. The rest of us were embroiled in the cuckening. The reporter.
It is interesting though at this point in time that the cornering stuff is actually so widely dispersed that it's actually just part of everything else.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, he's even managed to insert himself into this now. This is why this is a really convenient episode to do as well, because all of the three people that we have for Wanker
are somehow connected to this, yes.
Bleeding into one another, yes. So it's really quite funny.
Right. We are starting to find the singularity of Wankerry.
Yeah, well, it's just all you need. It's like I said it on Monday. I was like, "Oh, it's going to be a good week."
We're going through the funnel, man. Like, so, or like, it is more of a toilet bowl, and like the flush is just taking us into the drain.
It is. We're all the toilet now. Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. I've been saying all week we're all the casino now, but we are all the toilet now. Yeah.
Dealing with Jeremy's shit as usual, clogging things up.
Oh no! Indeed, you're right. You're absolutely fucking right. By the way, Smegheads is here. Hello, gifting 5 for the Grip Force.
Much appreciated.
And the princesses. Thank you so much, buddy. Legend, absolutely.
Help me create the future of the white race.
Thank you so much for the support so far, guys. Really appreciate it, as it is the 250th episode after all. It would be nice if we could hit the limit. I don't want to sit and go on about it all night, though. I don't have time, frankly. We got so much to get through. So, into this mess, Wade's our first contestant, Mr. Hasan Piker, a regular on the show, and, of course, the former champion of 2025's Wanker of the Year.
And currently a distant second.
Currently having a mud hole stomped into him by Jeremy Hambley, but hey, there's still plenty of year left. Give it time. You never know. He might just blow up a building.
That's right. That's right. Jeremy does have all the capacity to be like a train that goes off the rails in the summer, but once it goes completely off the rails, it might not get back on the tracks again. So
yeah,
he could win out just through
it's so
endurance.
Unfortunate being Jeremy, because it just so happens that a large portion of his audience are also YouTubers. And so when you do something like break the fucking golden rule of YouTubing, you are going to be worse than the guy who is now most famous in the world for shocking his dog. You know, it's actually amazing. I'm sure it won't last forever, but it will never go back to how it was either. You're fucked, quartering.
They could start streaming together and call it Shits and Shocks.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Have the two of them debate each other and just end up like with Hasan just, "You're a racist," screaming in his fucking face like this all the time, and then Jeremy's just like, "Hey, I'm just a troll online, man." You know, every time it would be the irresistible force meets the immovable object. You know. Anyway, there we go. There you go. We got to somehow get these two crazy cats to hook up. You know.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh dear, I didn't mean to phrase it like that.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is sounding really gay.
Alright, okay. As usual, I haven't had time to sit and make clips this week because, well, fatherhood and full-time YouTubing is not very easy. Help support the channel. And, gotta get it in there. So we are going to be using More Pegasus's video again, but also because More Pegasus is a fantastic fucking orator and we can really just react to what he says, which I agree with. So let's go.
Right, so Hasan is back and he has responded to the backlash. Basically, last time he read a tweet about the game Pragmata, which has a dad-daughter dynamic, and he tried to call gamers loser incels for wanting a family, which is a perfectly normal thing to want. Here's a quick read.
It's the perfectly normal thing to want. It is the
seemed
number
to be
one
of the
most normal thing that
basic
you could possibly want.
human things that one could acquire, because babies existed long before any of this technological convenience did. So
Exactly.
Did kind of get us here.
To date, it is still
the only thing
an
going.
eyebrow raiser when someone tells you they don't want kids. You know, in normie land, if you're talking to a mate and you say, oh, I'd love to have a kid one day, blah 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 blah, and they're, oh god, I don't want kids, and you go, really? You see, in a friendly kind of respectful way, but you're going to be like, really? Because it is basically our default setting, and all animals.
I've reached the point where I doubt I will have kids. But,
biological imperative.
Well, you never know, man. You get over to the Philippines, you can have kids. You can still have kids. I see 70-year-olds having fucking kids here.
Well,
and I feel bad for those
virility
kids.
is a thing in my family. My
and you take care of yourself,
Yeah, my actual grandfather was still having kids into like in his 90s or some shit.
Right. So. Yeah, there you go. See? I mean, I'm keeping up the tradition in my family of having a kid when I'm 40. So, that's, even I'm a bit old for it, but hey, whatever. It just means I'll have to keep myself fit. For
make a genetic clone, John. Use Toastie's DNA if you have to.
2 or 3 years from now, I'm just going to straight up have to go on the mother of all diets when my kids start wanting to play with me and stuff like that. So, just be like, yeah, okay, give me a while. I'm going to need about a month of cardio before I can play ball with you, But hey, whatever. Anyway, there we go. Wow, we got 80 people watching today. Fucking hell. Thank you very much.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for joining us.
Audience,
Yes, please like the stream.
Hit the like button, yeah.
Repost on X. If you follow any of us, you could probably find a repost or a post that you can, send along as well, and it would be greatly appreciated. But thank you for showing up.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Yeah, I already put this out, don't worry.
6063 says, plenty of people may not want kids. I want to find a woman who won't leave. I want to have enough money to afford a comfortable lifestyle for a kid. Well, that's, precisely.
Yeah. I mean, I was on my way to trying to secure a livelihood for kids, but that kind of fell through. But
well, you never know. You still could. There's still time.
Well, I don't, I just say, it seems less likely than it used to is all I'm saying. But, I don't account for, things change. My life has had many chapters, to say the least. So who knows?
Most lives do. Yes. I actually forget how many chapters mine's had. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Anyway, Smakeheads is here for Australian Fiver. Says, if I was forced to be subjected to Hambly and Hasan stream, oh my god, the Hambly and Hasan is Hambly and Hasan.
One shits his pants, the other's just gone.
Oh yeah. I think I'd opt into Canada's MAID program. Fucking hell, buddy. Shit. Watch out for that.
Oh, I've got the line. One shocks his dog and the other needs the bog.
Well, it needs to rhyme with man or Hasan, doesn't it?
Does it really?
It's Pinky in the Brain. One's a genius, the other's insane.
So I guess, but so long as you've got 2 rhyming couplets.
No, it has to rhyme with that.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise it won't work as a song.
Okay.
But there you go. Anyway, thank you very much for $5.
Thank you for $5.
One fell to the other's insidious terrorist plan. There you go.
Okay.
Recap.
What's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff.
Yes. Yes, we did.
Why is it making
Well, I
it sound
did.
like it's fucking weird? Why is it?
I mean, here's the thing about the internet. It is composed of regular, everyday, run-of-the-mill, normal people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they do.
He sounds like he does not leave out of his fucking mansion. Like he sounds like,
Yeah.
normal people talking about having families? That's weird. People
He
wanting
doesn't.
families is weird.
He gets straight into the back of a car and gets taken to a media studio where he gets interviewed and then he gets sent back home. I don't think the guy's ever actually outside unless it's in the middle of a protest and he's doing it for fucking virtue
Clout.
points. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the guy
Right.
goes to the supermarket, you know?
Probably
For
not.
example.
I highly doubt.
He has people for that, you know?
Yeah. He'll spend time on the basketball court.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is the fucking guy. This is the fucking guy that said he admitted this. He said this himself. Only enough to count, only enough to mount.
He did, yeah. He did.
And also, he
Um,
prefers having sex with humans.
He did
Yeah.
say that's the best one. Yeah, I love sex, especially with humans or whatever it was he said. I love doing it with
Yeah.
humans. Yeah. Oh my god, what? What's the alternative? Oh well. Anyway, it's this is insane. I mean, it's completely insane. They are so entrenched in the death cult of the left now that, like, you know, you got to abort your babies, you got to kill your elderly. As soon as they are no longer useful, it is this sort of utilitarian fucking commie reality that he wants. And this is the problem with Hasan overall. I mean, the guy pretends to be some liberal fucking guy who just wants, hey, we just want to have, you know, reliable healthcare services and social programs for everybody, you know, like Sweden. Yeah, well, you know, the difference between Sweden and America is Sweden doesn't allow an overwhelming number of foreigners who don't even speak the language into its fucking borders every year, and then expect everybody to just fucking integrate. You know, they don't have wild population fluxes.
Yeah, Sweden. That and Sweden's really just a front nation for the WEF Bond villain billionaires that live amongst us, running the oligarchy of power. That really
Sweden, not Switzerland.
Sorry, you're right. Sorry,
Yeah.
Switzerland. Sorry.
Sweden's the based one that didn't even lock down during the fucking pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so Sweden, they've got it pretty good over there. They've got decent healthcare and they're based. Yeah, but you know the other thing they are is ethnically pure.
Yeah.
So
Switzerland is similar,
come
but
have both, Hasan. You know.
Yes. So yes, Sweden's the good version of what I was talking about, but they do the same thing over in Switzerland as
Yes,
well.
they do. Yeah, they do. Switzerland is the one that's like, no matter what, we stay neutral on everything. No one must suspect we have the secret underground.
Right. Professionally neutral for reasons. That's right.
Exactly.
Well, we stopped in a service station, taking the bikes between France and Italy. We stopped in a service station in Switzerland, taking a shortcut, and obviously, I'm not saying they're all like that, but it was the most rude and arrogant service station I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, that's not atypical, really.
Yeah.
But there you go. As for Switzerland,
The neutrals, Kif. With enemies, you know where they stand, but with neutrals, who knows? It
right.
sickens me.
There you go.
That's why they have a tool for everything, because they are tools for everything.
Indeed. Anyway, so let's crack on with this then. So
Yes.
Hasan has decided that normal men, sorry, borrowing from side scrollers there, who want to get married and have children one day, accumulate some wealth, or do it on hard mode like me and lose all their wealth shortly after having kids. Fucking Christ. Are somehow, you know, weirdos. It's not that we're sick, it's not that we're freaks or anything, but or that we're morally wrong.
No, you just got a bad pull-out game.
Yeah, he is that. Well, yeah. Well, no, I had an excellent one. I had the greatest ever pull-out game for like 25 years, then decided to retire from it.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah. and yet keep playing.
Shut up the club twice.
That's right.
Well, you know, I'm not to toot my own horn or anything, but 2 babies in 2 years, pulling out is gay, you know?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is sounding really gay.
Yeah.
It's like the beginning of training day. You get wet?
It's like,
but for different reasons.
and he never relaxed again, you know? But there we go. All right, Hasan. Take it.
And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like if you're a fucking lonely gamer.
Sorry, I have to stop him again. He doesn't understand why this is a thing that young men care about. What is your goal for life, Hasan? Like what is the direction that you personally want to head in? What is it that you want out of life?
To be placated and have sunshine and rainbows blown up his ass and never actually have to deal with any accountability.
If you saw his speech at Yale this past week, which I could get into, he was invited to Yale to give a speech on how the American empire, which doesn't exist, must end. Okay? And he basically just blew smoke up Stalin and Mao's asses for like 20 minutes or whatever the hell. The sound bites are horrifying, as is the number of people supporting it. You know, and he says if a dictatorship is inevitable, then it must be a dictatorship of the people, which of course is an oxymoron. It doesn't exist. It can't exist. It's a binary opposite. Yeah. You know,
and authoritarianism by any name is still authoritarianism. It's
right.
Like, you know,
he says to James O.P. says to die a martyr and get 57 sheep, virgin sheep. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and a couple of goats. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, of course. But I think, you know, any normal. I mean, I think for him, what he actually wants, and I'm really starting to think it now, is I think he wants to parlay this persona he's got into a political career. And I think he wants to be a dictator, an actual real dictator, because he idolizes all the worst scumbag dictators ever. He even dressed as Chairman Mao at a fucking party, a guy who killed more people than anyone in human history. Like, literally. Everyone's over here going, Hitler, Stalin. Talk about Mao, motherfucker. That guy is responsible for more death than any single human being who ever lived. So there you go.
I still don't understand how he still has any platform. Sorry, Will. It's just like it blows my mind.
Right. It blows my mind too. A guy who has sat and said, "Kill them, let their red capitalist blood run through the streets," quote unquote, YouTube, is still actually allowed to speak. Like, don't get me wrong, most people should be allowed to speak. 99% of people should be allowed to speak. Hasan is the 1%. Okay.
Well, you'd think with a statement like that he wouldn't try to do any of this for any kind of monetization, because, I mean, capitalism bad, right?
Right.
But
and that's it.
Again, that's his hypocrisy is on display.
Well, as he says, he's a propagandist. He suckers people's in with ideas of liberal freedom and stuff like that. But then what he actually wants is communist dictatorship, with him in the upper echelons, if not ruling it himself. He's a maniac.
I would be lying if I didn't say that I didn't wish that his ass would get beat.
Minecraft, yeah.
I mean, he's the kind of guy who will sell you the war, but will not try to actually lead it, and is not going in the trenches on anything, you know?
Right. There we go. Understood, James. No worries, mate. Anyway, I know what happened there. That was fucking weird. Anyway, yeah. So I mean, this guy is a lunatic. He's a raging egomaniac. He genuinely seems to want nothing but terrible, terrible things for humanity. And so, when a mind like that is faced with the quite normal desire of men to have babies one day, he genuinely cannot compute it. He doesn't know what the fuck to do with that information. By the way, Smegheads for a double says, if I was forced to... Oh,
Gracias.
no, that's the one we had before. Sorry. It's only the one. If, imagine not caring about continuing the existence of the species, then there is legacy, or the fact that you just want a family. He isn't human. Shocker. I see what you did there, buddy. Very well played. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, it is biological and psychological, hardwired into all of us, or it's supposed to be anyway, to want to have kids.
That's right.
To want to have a family, at least to want to find a partner and settle down and have a relaxing, peaceful, increasingly peaceful life as we head towards our later years. We
That's
do
right.
a lot of crazy partying and stuff when we're young, and then you just want to get a nice house somewhere with people you love, and most of them hopefully made by yourself.
Yeah, and much like Hasan's dog, that shouldn't be shocking.
Exactly. There we go.
Shouldn't
Love
be
it.
shocking.
Thank you very much, Smegheads.
Thank you for 5 Dora.
He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smig. Hey.
All right, Hasan, you've managed to get 2 sentences out, and already I am reminding myself why you were number 1 last year.
Who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman.
For fuck's sake, can you say anything without me having to pause it? Incels. All right, I'm sorry. I just don't believe incels actually exist. There are just men who are not trying hard enough. And I don't mean that in a rapey sort of way, okay, YouTube? I mean, it's not impossible for any guy to get a date. Okay? If you are willing to set reasonable standards and take care of yourself, most guys can get a girl.
Yeah.
And every girl can get a guy. There's any objections?
No,
Yeah, even ugly women can get men.
Yeah, of course. Fat, ugly women can get laid. Of course they can. And no one really wants to admit it, but fat, ugly men can get laid too. They might just have to pay for it. But they can.
That's true. Or probably get a really ugly girl. Like
Yeah,
equally
exactly.
as ugly as you are.
Just get just have really low standards, and you'll get there too, buddy. You will.
Right.
As long as the woman hasn't had her standards completely ruined by social media. I want a 6'10", 6 figures. Okay, whatever you say, dear. Whatever you say. See you when you're 40. All right. Anyway.
Why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding?
That alone is the soundbite. Why do you care about having children? Why don't you?
Weird.
Yeah.
He's so weird.
He's been felted completely, by the way. Everyone, left, right, normie, whatever. Everyone's going, this guy's mad.
Right. Because, for most people, they don't have such a detached level of narcissism from actual humanity that they actually kind of see that life happens in stages and that you're not constantly the center of things. Maybe.
It sucks that we live in the world where this is the second worst thing he's done in the last 12 months. The guy who literally was telling people how to buy drones and fucking explosive ordnance, online.
But that's a fundamental misunderstanding of just human condition. He
doesn't understand humans. He
Right.
likes having sex with them, but he doesn't understand why.
Right.
Put it this way, like about 20 years ago, I was dating this girl. I was with her for about 11 months, I think. And she said she didn't want kids, but she knew someday she would want kids because it's natural.
Well, then she's normal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, I've had the same conversation with like my ex-girlfriends as well, where they'll be like, "Oh, I don't want kids." I'm like, "Why?" Like, "I'm too young." I'm like, "Well, obviously not today."
Yeah.
No one asks that question. Like, well, maybe occasionally someone asks, "Do you want kids today?" But do you want to make a kid today? Maybe they'll ask. But I mean, I know it's a popular phrase in the Philippines. That's why the population's out of control. But but you know, no one generally goes, "Do you want to have kids?" You know, and means right now. You know, they mean at some point.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
remember having that
I
discussion.
feel like these people are so retarded they think that way. Like, do you want kids? Obviously not now, but like in the future. I think
Yeah.
these people are so stupid. I don't know. Like,
It's baffling.
Well,
Isn't it?
that's why I mentioned the narcissistic detachment. 'Cause the only way that would not even be something that factors into an understanding of just general, human stages of development means that somewhere along the way, like they're still stuck in some kind of junior high level kind of thinking of, popularity and this and that. And it's just like at a certain
Yeah.
point in time, all that shit's kind of irrelevant.
Sorry, Spamalot made me laugh. No, it's got
No
nothing to
worries.
do with me, and everything to do with the fact that after a woman's just had a baby, she's hyper fertile, and I didn't know that. So
I will say, as a woman, I felt the cutest pregnant. I loved being pregnant.
yeah. Oh, my wife used to think, "Oh God, pregnancy! It's gonna ruin my body. It's gonna,
Yeah.
and then she got pregnant, and and she would say, "Oh, I feel so nice today. I feel so, and I'd be like, "You look absolutely beautiful. You've never looked more beautiful, you know." Just with that bump there's a reason as well, another reason that Hasan probably cannot possibly understand, that people will turn around and for example, I was in the supermarket yesterday and the cashier walked out from behind. It was like a pharmacy kiosk that doubles as a place to pay for your groceries if you have like 10 items or less and no meat or frozen stuff, and the cashier came out, her shift was over, and she had a pregnant bump. And I've seen this chick, week to week for years now. And I'm like, holy shit, you're pregnant, And and she's like, yeah. You want to touch it? I was like, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
And can I do anything for you? Do you want help down the stairs? Do you want my leg? That we're wired to also be extremely kind and nurturing to pregnant women too, because they are carrying the fucking future of our species. You shouldn't have to even say this. I shouldn't have to be so damn scientific about it. It should be an impulse,
Right.
Hasan is, I swear, Hasan is broken. He has the mind of a psychopath or a
Right.
sociopath.
Well, I honestly think, because that 6 foot distancing stuff was all bullshit. I think that that was really more about kind of breaking people's association of just, there's a certain kind of energetic friction that we all have. The more we know about, the closer we are. And, people become incredibly closed off in all this time ever since the insanity that I think factors in to some degree. But also I just think that this is more to do with, obviously, Hasan's level of narcissistic delusions. So.
I mean, the more I learn about this guy, the more I think he's just actually got like a mental defect. Like there's something wrong with his brain. Like
I think
I'm not
he's
even
a
saying,
sociopath, right?
yeah. I mean, I genuinely do think he suffers.
Most definitely a sociopath, considering that he's a a social a parasitic kind of social platform entity. Yeah, he's definitely a sociopath because the way that he views people is probably just in the numbers and analytics and things like that.
It's hard to believe.
He's more of a psychopath because he's so calculated and lacks any empathy whatsoever.
Mm.
Like,
I suppose, sociopaths do tend to have a little bit more of
They're more
a
impulsive.
veneer.
They're more impulsive.
I mean, he is such a piece of shit. Even with people I don't necessarily like, I know they have people that love them. I can't imagine anyone loving this guy. Honestly, I'm just like, he has a mother that loves him, and it's weird to even think about. Like, I don't even view Hasan as a human. I don't. Like, he's just so fucking weird.
Apparently, factually, according to Fractal Mage, Hasan's grandparents are siblings.
Oh, really?
Okay.
That explains a lot.
There we go. Got to keep those.
It's throughout history. There are always stories of like really psychopathic fucking people who were born to like
these weird oligarchs. These moneyed families.
Okay. So they're not siblings; they're first cousins. But they're the same fucking thing. You got a quarter of the same blood, Sorry, go on, John.
Well, I'm just saying, like a lot of like the marrying off and this and that. A lot of them is cousin to cousin and weird shit like that because it's all about like these family holdings and weird kind of crazy shit like that. And every once in a while, some like like they might mix it up a little bit, but even still, that's more for it's kind of like corporations merging, I mean, it's
that's why posh people
weird,
don't
but
have chin.
I hear it's because they don't want to share their wealth with randoms,
Right.
so they tend to like, fuck each other, so they could
right,
just
right. They keep it all within
The family.
a bloodline, and
They've got
and
like
and
a
it also
quarter of the
helps
same
with when they
DNA,
look down on
basically.
the rest of reality as being beneath them. That's why like they're more human than human. Like these are the people that eat people. You
Yep.
know,
That's
so
what they are. Fucking world.
they look at us like cattle, quite
Oh,
literally.
man. Smegheads is back for another 5. Thank you. Says, lol, he talks like an old man or an antinatalist. Exactly. He is an antinatalist. All of the left are. That's what not the fucking pawns, not the guy on the street screaming for Antifa. He doesn't, or she doesn't know that they've had their minds fucked with. But the people at the top, antinatalist as fuck. They don't want anyone to have anything because they want it all. Of course. And yes, Durka. Indeed. I don't have that sound today, I'm afraid. But
He
'cause
is
I'm on
Turkish. I'm
even
not
odds.
surprised about the whole cousin thing, honestly.
I mean, yeah, you will get called names for saying it, but it is still fucking true.
Thank you for 5 Dora.
True story. Yes, his uncle Cenk admitted this a while ago. You mean the guy who wants to fuck goats? Yeah.
They're all fucked.
Was it
They're all
horses?
they're into
Horses.
freaking. I'm pretty
But
sure.
I'm sure goats are also that's probably trainer class.
It's like he's got the targeting reticule. It's like beep, 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 horse, viable target. Beep, 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 horse, viable target. Beep, 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 goat. What the hell? You know?
Right.
All right, let's crack on.
For having children, like
Right, anyways, so he's responded to the backlash, and what do you know? He says it's out of context.
Oh, he always
Classic.
says this.
While simultaneously admitting it's literally in context and doubling down on his take. Streamer Hasan responds to the backlash. He accuses me of clipping him dishonestly and chopping up the clip, which isn't true. I just directly quoted him with the clip of him saying the take, lol.
It must be a day ending in Y. Must be a day ending in Y. This sort of thing happens like every single week to Hasan. Every single week, he gets clipped saying something. He goes, well, it's out of context. And it's like, okay, let's watch the 5 minutes before it.
Right.
No,
Let's get the
secured.
context to establish. Yeah.
The context survived, mate. You are just a psychopath, you know?
I mean, welcome to the Hasan side of the universe, right? He also states that he plays Pragmata offline and is really enjoying the game.
So he likes the game. How could you possibly like the game, Hasan? You lack empathy. You cannot possibly have the mental capacity to understand the reason the game is beloved. I mean, I haven't even played it. It was gifted to me. No, it wasn't. That's the one that hasn't been gifted to me yet. I've been gifted Mouse PI and Windrose, and thank you to the people who did, but not Pragmata yet. I will play it eventually. But yeah, I mean, it's like playing Expedition 33 and not understanding, well, you guys haven't played it, but not understanding why the endings are so moving in different ways, and understanding why there is a debate about which ending is the right ending, although there is an objectively obvious right answer to it. But there we go. It's the same thing. It's like not understand. It's like playing The Last of Us and getting through the sequence with that maniac David in the burning building when Joel finally arrives at the end after you've been struggling as Ellie for so long, and not going, oh thank God, oh my God, she's okay, you know. And
Right.
I'm not. That one's not spoilers. You've had fucking 13 years to play that game. So there we go. Anyway,
Of course, I played offline, guys.
Verso.
The terminal cope.
because I recently said, you're never gonna get pussy. So why are you worried about whether or not women's biological clock is ticking?
you see how he said that? Does anyone ever sound like that? We might make jokes about like the empty egg carton. I mean, there was a joke about Melanie Mack yesterday. There was a meme about her on her summer break from the show with Jeremy on a farm. and she's like surrounded by fucking hens and then holding up an empty egg box. It's pretty mean-spirited fucking thing to do, but not necessarily incorrect. At her age, it is much harder to conceive, and that's a fucking fact. And
it's just true.
Hasan, if a man wants to have kids, he needs to find a woman who can. That's why men would be interested. But we don't go, biological clock's ticking. Why you gotta be so fucking disingenuous, you son of a bitch? It's like literal concern, like, well, I wouldn't want to, like, okay, I don't want to get too personal here, but I've made mention of it before. My sister-in-law, has had a baby, and we're absolutely thrilled for her, because for a long time it seemed like she was probably never going to get the opportunity, and then thanks to a bit of luck and a lot of conversations with my wife, she took the plunge and is so very, very, very happy now, and that baby's getting christened this weekend. I'm going to be a godfather again, so yay, everybody wins, everybody's happy, and she is going to have this lovely child who she's going to raise and have in for the rest of her life. I don't feel like it. People like to go, well, you're bullying women who don't have kids. No, I'm not. I feel sorry for them. They've missed out. It sucks. I wish women could have kids forever too. I do. Why would I not want that? But nature has decided that's really not a very good idea, because a lot of deformed babies would be born. I hate to say it. Do you have anything to add, Toasty, as the woman on the panel?
It's kind of true, because my mom had me when she was like 39, going 40, and that's why I'm kind of retarded.
Sorry.
That's why I'm kind of retarded, though.
I don't think you're retarded. I think you're a lot more intelligent than you give yourself credit for, but there you go. All right, let's crack on. This misrepresentation of us drives me crazy, of men in general. Like, damn, my biological clock. Why has he got to do it in that sort of dude bro, but not dude bro, like aggressive, macho dude bro voice that no one ever uses? It's just really bizarre.
He's making it seem like that's not a thing. Like, that is a thing. Like,
yeah,
we tend to stop getting pregnant around, like, if we're rarely, like, probably maybe the ladies like 45 or like 40 something, because I've seen women get pregnant like in their 40s, early 40s, but that's really rare still. And it's higher, what do you call it? Like, it's dangerous.
The potentiality for complications goes up exponentially.
Your body's ability to bounce back from it is reduced. Your body's ability to survive it is reduced. The complications can result in major issues, like, you'll end up having to have C-sections and stuff like that, which means cutting through your muscles.
That's what happened to my mom.
Yeah, that's what happened to my wife.
She had to have a C-section with me, and I'm her only child. I was her only child.
Yeah, and I'm such an irresponsible dick. My wife had to have 2 C-sections, which means basically having, like, you can't have a third.
Right.
So
yeah. I'm from a big ass family. I was number 5 of 6.
That's like
but my parents got they got married when they were like just in their 20s basically. So they were only, my mom was barely in her 30s when I was born. So
I sound lying down. That's really good. Yeah, that is him, isn't it? It's just all shoulders, buddy. Did you see the picture of Hasan in the jacket? He did like this. He did this interview or a photo shoot because the publicist is trying to, bounce him back from the dog shocking incident, and I'm not joking about this, right? But this is not photoshopped, okay? I'm telling you, this is not photoshopped. They put shoulder pads in the hoodie. This is not Photoshop. I repeat.
This does not help. This does not. It's just...
You don't need to Photoshop it, bro. You look ridiculous. I'm telling you, 100% not Photoshopped. But well, look, we need to talk about how the broad-shouldered Hasan Piker wearing shoulder pads is drag adjacent and fighting for queer rights. I don't even know if that's serious or not. I don't care because it's all cuckoo at the end of the fucking day. My God, thank you very much for $2, Smackhead. You To be fair, if I looked like that, I wouldn't want to have kids either.
Dude, the only way those shoulder pads could be more audacious is if it was off of fucking Demolition or fucking Road Warriors from
It's madness, isn't it? I mean, bro literally looks like a caricature. Like, you know, he literally looks like a caricature of himself in this picture. It's actually madness. Madness.
It looks
Anyway.
like he should be sitting next to the shrunken head in Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yes. So the other thing is, before we move on, because again, every fucking thing he says is so wrong. You just have no choice but to shit on him for it constantly. Is the before he did the dude bro voice, he was saying that it's actually about controlling women's bodies. And I'm so fucking tired of this narrative. I mean, men are not interested in controlling women's bodies. If anything, the only reason a guy would ever concern himself with the affairs of a woman's body is for her to get the most out of it. And in that case, bear young, you know? And it's just, well, you know, I think you'd be a lot happier if you had a kid one day instead of completely deciding against it. And you get, you know, your favorite journalist having abortions and celebrating it. And you think, well, time is ticking. And to be honest with you, I don't want her to breed. I don't. That bitch has been so fucking vile and hateful. I want her to die in miserable loneliness, you know, in Minecraft. So there you go. But that is basically it. It's just sort of concern for your fellow man, or in this case, woman, you know. But that is the same thing in that context. But yeah, why do they always have to frame it as control your body? Like other people want to control your body. This is total manipulation of the facts in order to get people to agree with something that they otherwise wouldn't, because it's anti-human, it's anti-natalist, it's anti-feminine. And the only way you could possibly get a bunch of women to believe that is to pull a Hambley and go, my body's under attack, you know? And it's completely insane. The actual funny thing is the people who are trying to control women's bodies are the Hassans of the world. Trying to influence women.
Where did Hasan fall on COVID masking and whatnot? And getting jabbed? Because, you know, like, that's the thing. Is like, I've always been about, like, you know, body autonomy rights. But I noticed that they don't say my body, my choice kind of stuff. Yeah. You know, and yeah, a lot of people choose to have kids because, you know, that's a life choice. It's kind of like innate.
It's the greatest joy that you can do with your body is to have kids, you know. I mean, I've never seen my wife happier in my life than she is these days with the kids. Sometimes she just stares at them while they're sleeping. You know?
Yeah.
I walk in and she's just watching them. Hell, I do it from time to time. Just watch them sleep. You know? It gives me an enormous sense of well-being and tranquility. And I don't even know what it does to her. It's like fucking crack for her. It's like catnip. You know? She just like in such a happy place anytime, you know. Of course, when you have kids and you have two little ones at the same time, anytime they're both sleeping means peace as well, which is nice. But yeah, so they're actually like, Hasan is the one who's trying to control women's bodies here, because he's basically saying, and it's all multi-layered and it's all interconnected, as John will tell us multiple times every week. But like the fact that, for example, they all have to use the word joy these days. We all started noticing that a couple of years ago. We saw it with what's her face, Jennifer English, in her bizarre speech when she won the whatever award it was, and she's like, "Oh, I want to thank Queer Joy."
Queer Joy.
And it's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck that means, because the actual most joyous thing that a woman can do is have kids. And what Hasan is preaching here is to choose selfishness instead of selflessness for a greater amount of actual natural joy for the rest of your life that comes from having created another person and loving them and having them love you back, and in most cases, and the joy that brings. Excuse me. What he's suggesting is to choose the self, immediate gratification, and later abject misery. It's a recipe for ruin. Who chooses only the self? Only the most horrible fucking people in the world. Only the Sith choose themselves over the world around them, you know?
He's into materialism, clearly.
Yeah.
You know, he's more interested in things than people. You know?
Exactly.
And I think that's just proven time and time again. You know, I mean, his own dog is a prop. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll crack on, because there's so much.
You got posted in a lot of gamer subreddits. Ooh, nice. Your Pragmata take pissed off incels. You offended the pedos and the capital G gamers and the incels. Yeah, what they're offended by, I think, primarily is the truth. That's what offends them.
The truth. Again, this is guys that said old enough to count, old enough to mount. So him calling other people or men with families or that one family's pedos and stuff, he's projecting.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is
it's weird,
projecting.
isn't it?
I'm pretty sure of it. Check his hard drive.
Yeah, good luck getting to his hard drive. That thing's probably got some light Yagami mechanism wired up to it to fucking incinerate it the second someone opens his fucking computer.
He probably has like executions in this fucking hard drive. Pedo shit in his hard drive. Bestiality stuff. I already know.
Minecraft.
I sense it.
Yeah, all right.
He speculates.
Allegedly, yeah. What he did actually say that line, by the way, in a video. He used to, before he was trying to be taken seriously. He was just some presenter for some Young Turks side project shit. And it was this dude bro-maxing bullshit.
Yeah. Rules or some shit like that. Or,
and he did ask the question. He did ask the question that based on this and based on that, we have to ask, old enough to count, old enough to mount, question mark? And it's like, no. So, yeah, he is definitely projecting. Zolos is here for $5. Thank you very much, everybody. Today you've been great. Says, can't have breeding, humanity must perish. Perish. Yes, exactly. That's the thing. It is actually a death cult. It really is. They don't want people.
They use black magic to manifest their human sacrifices in ways that are more euphemistically acceptable. That's why they call them abortions and not, what they actually are. Yeah, but
the brutal murder of an innocent fetus. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's more digestible and clean, and it gives people the ability to disassociate. But that's
the best one
that's
is
the dark magic at play, man.
The best one is when you say, "What does a fetus mean?" to one of these people. They go, "It's just a fetus, isn't it? What's a fetus?" They're like, "Well, it's not a baby." Oh, well. And you go, "Well, actually, it's the Latin for offspring."
Right. Which would denote that
it is in fact already alive. Yeah.
Right.
Life begins at conception. It's a fact.
If it wasn't alive, then it wouldn't be growing.
Exactly.
Fucking
exactly.
idiots.
Yes.
And it wouldn't have a.
Eggs are living tissue. Sperm is living tissue.
I know. But then, of course, they'll argue, well, the only way it can live is by feeding off the mother. And it's like, yeah, like you eat beef. What's your point? Everything in the universe that's alive eats something else.
That's kind of the thing that denotes it's actually alive. So, yeah.
And we're like, we'll slaughter a cow and eat its fucking hide and eat its, flesh. And then not eat its hide, obviously. Wear its hide and eat its flesh. And that's, that's an unfortunate thing that we have to do to survive well. A baby, siphoning off a little bit and then an increasingly larger amount of what the mum ingests. And the mum, in all cases, will go, I need to ingest more and better food.
Right.
To ensure the life of my offspring. I mean,
these people are cheerleading their own death by design so that, people can basically just have resource abundance. And robot butlers that don't get in the way because, that whole thing that they're going on about is kind of the very nature of what makes something organic and a life form as opposed to inorganic and a thing. You know,
exactly. Yeah. Again, all good takes today. All good takes today, guys. Thank you, and thank you for 5.
Thank you for $5.
FYI says 4069 for £5. Thank you. Legitimate currency. Says FYI Sweden has lately gone down the western route of high non-integrated immigration, high crime levels, violence, and no-go areas, etc.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well then, Hasan, what now? What are you gonna say now? We should be like, oh, you ran out of countries because they're all doing the same thing now and they're all fucked because of people like you. Yay! Thank you very much, 40, for £5.
Thank you for $5.
Damn, I didn't take it down in time. Oh well, cheated. Anyway, right, let's let him finish. There's a couple more minutes of this and we gotta get through
them the most.
Yes. Move on to
When they hear the fucking truth. Yeah, I saw this. This guy made fun of us and really nailed it. Hasan comes off as a freak in this clip for defaulting to this view of a game he has not yet even played at the time of the clip. Gamer dads is like a huge thing. Yeah, except gamer dads aren't the ones who are going, oh, we have to replace the Western birth rates.
What the fuck?
What?
Nobody's actually saying that, Hasan.
What?
You're thinking.
I don't even know what you're on about at this point. You know, I do know that the average age of gamers, which are primarily men, is in their 40s. So good chance that a large cross section are dads.
This guy has a punch in the face. I'm gonna get something to eat because I'm getting fucking angry looking at this guy right here.
Fair enough. I mean, that's a completely understandable response.
Woman repellent Hasan Piker. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. I mean, it's a ridiculous argumentation for a start, and it's fuck's sake.
If anything, there should be more games about dads and and I mean that's why do you think that they made Dad of War? You know, and I know people are calling this game Dad Space. You know, based off of Dead Space and whatnot. You know, it's like we listed them off.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
Yeah. You know, but we constantly list them off because inherently, even in games where you're not directly stewarding some young child or someone who's vulnerable through a situation, because I mean that's a lot of Resident Evil stuff and things like that. You're still even actually generally doing it in kind of like this selfless way, in the way that a lot of soldiers do when they, you know, sign up to defend, nation states.
That's about the most masculine thing you can do.
Right, so the paternal aspect of men is far and wide reaching throughout history. It's kind of like, you know, it's part of the reason that societies even exist.
Every man's nature.
They all right. So they decry the patriarchy every fucking day of the week up until like, you know, it's at this, and it's like, well, you know, there's a reason why, like, you know, it's called the patriarchy because like fatherhood is implied in the idea of actually trying to steward people and look out for the well-being on a long-term time scale and things like that. So, you know, if that's what being a dad is about, you know, which it seems like it's a big chunk of it, you know, is trying to care for other people and be giving and kind of, you know, selfless.
Exactly.
How are these bad lessons to have in games?
I know.
I've got so many like childhood memories as well. Sorry.
No, go on.
Like from like 7 years old onwards, playing video games with my dad. Actually, and John mentioned Resident Evil, including Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It's like it was like a bonding thing. Like we had great fun, and my dad's wife really enjoyed watching us as well.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I used to play games with my dad all the time, you know, like computer games, stuff like that. It's like, you know, like that's what...
My dad played games with me. It wasn't really the other way around.
Yeah, I think my dad and I probably had the biggest cross-section of his interest in tech stuff as any of my brothers, you know. So
that's a
guy
thing as well, you know.
Yeah,
it's just a guy thing. We're interested in this stuff.
Yeah, like he did more mechanical stuff with them, but you know, like by the time that I was born, you know, electronics were really like his main kind of interest, and so I just grew up always kind of being around and working with circuit boards and building shit and programming things, and and it's had clearly
as you
a very vast impact on me as an individual. So yeah.
The other thing about this, by the way, is that it's as James pointed out. I mean, the leftist talking point, of course, used as an excuse to justify mass immigration, but the other it's part of it is that it's all projection. This idea, we have to replace the dying white baby rates. None of us are talking like that, right? Occasionally we might mention like birth rates are down, but you know what people have been saying is this is going to help Japan's birth rate crisis,
right?
Because it likely will. But
people have been saying that was the point behind the game, and that's why they've made it.
Yeah, exactly. And he's responding to that, but he's, of course, once again, got to twist everything to serve his fucking narrative. So it's not people saying it about Japan. It is people saying it about the white race, okay? Which, of course, is a joke. We use that in the Griffforce video, but it's a joke. But he thinks it's sincerely something that people are saying. And the reason for that, of course, is because it's the kind of thing that he is concerned with, not that any of us are fucking concerned with. He's an absolute charlatan and a fucking fraud.
With new white babies. Gamer dads, who do you think is closer to you?
You just think that people pick up a fucking PlayStation when they're like 10 years old and immediately start screaming white power at the top of their fucking lungs. You're a retard, Hasan.
Your worldview. A guy who's a fucking father with a family who likes to play video games on his off time, or random fucking incel Twitter monsters.
Right.
which don't exist.
Right. So if you're wondering what he's talking about, nobody fucking knows. He is literally pulling this out of his ass, somehow making this political. Bro, we saw the entire context. You read a tweet, and it obviously hit a little close to home, right? Because it's talking about a dad-daughter dynamic.
I love the way this guy just takes him down.
Having a family. Meanwhile, here you are, a miserable old man, no family, no love in your life, and you started crashing out. It's okay, man. It's okay. You're salty. No matter how many chemicals you pump in your body, no matter how many articles you get written about your chest hairs, you will never find anyone who genuinely loves you because you're a piece of shit. And
it is pretty cut and dry. I mean,
and that angle as well. That's another angle as well. Nobody loves Hasan. Even his fucking girlfriend. He's dating this beautiful girl. What's her name? Valkyrie. Fucking hot girl. Very pretty. Very classically pretty woman. And she's a feminist. She wears a hoodie. She doesn't want kids. She's talking about getting her eggs frozen.
Right.
So good luck with that then, Hasan. Clearly she doesn't love you very much because she didn't even consider asking you.
True enough.
This is more Pegasus. This is a great channel. I think he's about to hit 1 million subscribers, and he deserves it. He makes daily videos of this. He's done over a year. He's just hit like 368th episode of the Hasan and Friends legendary series that he calls it. And that means he's done over a year. There's an episode for every day of the year now already. So, yeah, he's great. He's doing great.
I just love him trying to walk this back, right? Going, oh yeah, gamer dads are just great. Bro, you literally called all gamers loser incels who eat hot Cheetos all day and shouldn't care about families. You tried to stereotype all gamers because you realized, oh, this is like the opposition. Oh yeah, that's Asmongold's audience. When obviously tons of gamers have families, tons of gamers are married, are extremely...
There's fucking case in point, right? PewDiePie. I used to hate PewDiePie so much when I was like 25 or whatever. I was like, who is this fucking idiot? Why do I have to keep hearing his goddamn name? You know? And then I started watching him and I was like, yeah, this is retarded. But it's funny, you know? I get it. Then he went into his edgy phase, his drama phase, and then I was really enjoying his shit. And then he just said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm leaving the UK. I'm going to Japan. I'm going to have a family. I'm going to upload whenever I fucking feel like it. Because he can, you know? And so what has he done? He's gone and had himself a nice little boy, I think. Yeah, and he look how fucking happy this guy is. Loves it. He's loving life. I mean, I can't fault it. You know, I'm jealous even maybe because you know he gets to do it in such a lavish, easy way, but I'm not jealous really because I just support it. I'm like, that's beautiful, man. Good for you.
Yeah,
good for you.
It's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, so to speak, because you know
Yeah.
he was able to utilize parasocial network kind of platforms and whatnot to ultimately
He
just
totally did. Yeah.
give himself a nice private life.
He is the anti Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a demon, you know, a devil.
Yeah.
Whose model of endless consumption and escalation is just coming to the news recently. Actually, he probably should have been on Wanker of the Week, but we don't have time. Maybe next week. For these ritual games that he puts people through for hundreds of thousands of dollars, like locking them in a supermarket for a year and stuff like that. Monster. PewDiePie, on the other hand, was like, okay, I'm making a lot of money. I don't need to do this forever. I can game this fucking system until it makes me rich, and then I can fuck off to Japan and make babies with my beautiful wife. You know, good for him. Clever bloke.
Yeah, I never cared for his concept, the fact that he has a family and everything, and it's so funny because I what I do remember is that his girlfriend being Italian, he's Swedish, right? So they look very far from each other, and he was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go see this girl that I've been talking to. I'm gonna see how it works out, and very rarely it works out, especially when you're that far from each other. But yeah, it seems like he's loving
It did
his
work out. It worked out probably because he was completely flatly honest about who he is, what his intentions were, and stuff like that. Which again, very masculine trait. One that they're trying to scare men out of these days. Just you know, going up to a girl in a bar and going, "Hi, you're pretty. Would you like a drink?" Like subtext, "I want to fuck you, but I will do it. I'll play the social routine to get that." You know, that is the subtext, right? You know, at some point. It would be nice to go to bed with you, is what the guy is saying. You know, and then if that works out, well, maybe we can do more than that. You know, which is a very cynical way to look at it, but that is what it is.
Life. Fact of the matter is, gaming is just a hobby to many people, including women, which is something.
Especially if the girl makes you work hard for it. Yeah. There's nothing like a girl playing hard to get to, you know, immediately just establishing high value, you know, and then you want to try. You have to increase your own value to match it. Everybody wins, you know.
You just never acknowledge, you misogynistic piece of shit. You're just perpetually depressed and miserable, and you're annoyed that anyone is enjoying life.
That
so
is
then he
true.
says it's out
That's
of
the actual
context
core of
because,
it.
of course, you guys didn't watch the entire 10-hour stream, guys. You gotta tune in to the Hasan Piker stream out of context.
The clip was chopped up to conflate all
All right, last thing then. Let's skip ahead.
Even with all that money he has, he's not satisfied. He's miserable.
Yeah, he is. Again, material wealth does nothing for you. It accomplishes absolutely nothing. Where the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there we go.
I mean, look at all these feminists as well. They're like complaining on TikTok that they're so lonely, depressed. And they're the same people are like, we're so happy when I have children. We're so happy. We're so happy. Look, I get to do all this without kids. And then like in the next video, they'll be like, I'm miserable. I'm depressed. I'm not happy with life. And it's like, gee, I wonder why.
Exactly.
To date, you know, with everything going on in the slop community or something. But yeah, surely he's playing video games, guys, surely. So anyways, then YouTuber Legendary Drops responded, and he covers a lot of stuff regarding games.
Japanese game, putting a child in there, you're playing with fire.
This is all just so painfully performative to me. All these posts, everything that you're seeing, this is all just for internet clout. None of these people are invested in any of this. They don't care about any of it. They just want people to think that they care, think that they matter more than anything else when it comes to topics like this. Yes, there are disgusting people online. Yes, if you spend enough time on...
Why wasn't this in the trailer? This looks awesome.
Yeah.
The internet.
I was just thinking that.
The stuff I saw in the trailer looked boring as fuck. I didn't know it was going to be like this. This looks awesome.
Well, you know, things open up.
around certain corners of anime and gaming
Reminds
culture.
me,
I can understand
in
why
many ways, quite honestly.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Nope. Bionic Commando.
Bionic Commando. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I am talking about the remake from about 15 years ago.
Yeah, the one that everybody shouts out first.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, it goes on sale from time to time. You can pick that up and rearm for under $5. So whenever they have it on sale, it's definitely worth it because you basically get one for free. You can get them both for $3. You know, but
Cool.
this
have
reminds me of
them
kind
both
of the city
already.
sections of that.
They are dirt cheap, and they were both gifted to me not that long ago. The original, the remake, and the and the. I think somebody went back and remastered the original as well.
Rearmed is the original games being redone, and it uses the same engine actually as the 3D one with the verticality.
Just in
3D.
2D. Yeah.
It's done in a 2D style, but and so
That's cool.
that's really good.
I need to play it one day.
some people would be a little suspect. Fine, I'll grant you all of that. But that does not justify taking a normal father-daughter dynamic and a very, very normal audience reaction in a game that is not framing that relationship in any other way other than aggressively wholesome and painting all of that in the same brush. And when you're jumping from there are some freaks that exist online to gamers are a bunch of unfuckable losers that will never have a family and should never care about it, or a Japanese game with a child in it is now somehow automatically suspect, what are we doing? What are you talking about? You're not protecting anybody. All you're doing is stereotyping, and it's embarrassing. We're talking about the fastest growing hobby and the biggest entertainment industry in the entire world. You are flattening millions of normal people into a punchline, and you're treating basic warmth, care, and a family, people wanting a family, as something inherently suspicious. That is not a serious way to look at art, and it's definitely not a serious way to look at people.
I mean, well said. That's exactly how it is, right?
That is probably the best take I've ever heard from Legendary Drops. Sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down. I agree with him about 60-70% of the time, I guess.
Can I just say this isn't my type of game? Like, I wouldn't normally play something like this, but the fact that that little girl's just on his back like that is the cutest thing because she's just hanging out, just on his back.
My eldest climbed on my back for the first time yesterday, and I gave her a little piggyback, and it was like,
oh,
loved it.
Gonna send you Jay's most recent video about the Pragmata stuff, because that way it'll probably be a little bit more concise.
I did see on X earlier that Pragmata has sold over 1 million copies now.
Oh yeah, I did that in 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah, easy peasy. Now that I've seen that boss fight, now I want to play it. I can't explain why I didn't want to play it before. I mean, I wanted to play it since this narrative began, so that I could say fuck you to the people who are trying to shit on it. But now that I've seen that boss, I'm like, okay, this is must play.
All right. So yeah, when we get to that section of coverage, it'll be in the
we're moving on from this in just a second, but first of all, shout out
mention
to
of Destiny and failing to find one, they'll just
Smash JT featuring on a channel with almost 1 million subs, by the way.
Fabricate something to smear him over. Hasan loves to claim he represents gamers and young men, and he clearly despises the demographic. No, he represents Taylor Lorenz and Jennifer Welsh. Now, turns out a YouTuber called Smash
because
JT
again, most
responded,
gamers
and
are
hilariously-
actually dads.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I shouted this out to Smash JT. He didn't know. I was like, dude, you know you were just featured on this massive channel with loads of people.
He despises the demographic. No, he represents Taylor Lorenz and Jennifer Welsh. Now, turns out a YouTuber called Smash JT responded, and hilariously, his daughter shows up mid-roasting Hasan. I was reacting.
Sorry, Hasan. Sorry, Smash. Everyone's got your kid's face in their videos now, but oh well. I suppose that's the risk.
To a lonely, miserable, and clearly extremely depressed communist complain about the new Pragmata game becoming a catalyst for more babies to be born, and then this happened.
This is wholesome as fuck, man. This is wholesome as fuck.
Like, that's precisely what your life is about. But as far as like LARPing about starting families and whatnot, this is something that I never
looks like
understand.
JT's on the panel.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Right?
Because
Well, he's been on this channel a few times.
I know, but I mean, the Spacey's almost perfect.
That's one of the things you can tell about Smash JT, that he's not a clout chaser at all. He'll go on basically any channel that invites him. You know,
Indeed.
Good guy. Doesn't matter what size or bigger, smaller. Doesn't matter. It's all part of the same thing.
That's right. JT, you look good on the panel.
Speak of the
All
angel.
this-
How are you doing? Can I have a big hug?
Yeah.
He got interrupted by his daughter, literally like 100%. While this happened, that is the most epic timing ever.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Good.
What's up? Oh, hold on. I need to full screen this. Hold on. Man, this is good timing.
He's also got great instincts. He knows his daughter's about to do something incredibly cute, and he's going to be able to farm the fuck out of it. Clever boy.
Yeah. Talking about you. Well, not really, but.
Okay, so I made
They can't see
flower.
you. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Look at that.
I love that. I can have this?
Yeah, and fortune teller.
Oh, it says this is just like the game. Look, she made me. It says to Dad from Audrina. I did not tell you to do this. You just did this on your own. Thank you.
That's lovely.
Oh my God.
Fortune tellers.
But look at that fucking face. That is the fucking joy I was just talking about. That is the exact face you will never see Hasan Piker pull in his entire miserable fucking life.
Right.
Look how happy he is. I'm really made up for him, man. He's been going through it a lot lately.
Yeah, and there's an abundance of joy on
Happiness,
display. Dare I
love.
say that word? We're taking it
No,
back.
We shouldn't be fucking annoyed. We
I
shouldn't
know.
hold back from saying that.
I know. That's why I said, because
hold back from saying joy, because that's what fucking
no,
real
it's not,
joy looks like,
Right. And
Yeah.
joy is not the property of any kind of ideology. It's
Correct.
an inherent thing of being a human.
They already took gay, and that used to mean happy as well.
Yeah.
My mum used to say that the people who aggressively use the word gay, like in a militant way, are the most miserable people on earth. And I finally understand what she's talking about with the joy thing.
Right.
So there you go. Not that anyone who's gay can't say they're gay. That's fine. It's just the people who use it to make a point,
Right. And
Anyway.
the people who talk about queer joy are doubly miserable, if not more so.
It's okay.
Quantifies.
Smegheads for 10. Australian says Andrew Wilson used a robot womb hypothetical, forced guests to admit that if the fetus can survive outside the body, killing it is murder. Not inside, though. Sorry for being late, was away and paused. Hey, no worries at all. Thank you. That's really interesting, yeah. So they took the fetus outside. Oh, no, they didn't. It was a hypothetical, of course. So if you built a robot womb, an incubator or whatever, and put a baby in it, and that allows it to survive, then it would survive.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing about premature born kids,
Yeah, we can see them through to birth. Yeah, my daughter was born, my second, born 2 weeks early, and with neonatal pneumonia. That's where my savings went. And
my firstborn was born at 36 weeks.
Yeah, I know. That's really harsh. That's really early. It's supposed to be 40, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, I've seen like a lot earlier babies. At least he was kind of still like almost fully term, but he was still he was 6 pounds.
I saw a 28-week baby in the neonatal unit, in the machine next to my daughter, and I said a little prayer for him every night as well. When I went in there, because you remember at the time, excuse me, I was like going to the hospital after this show to go and deliver breast milk and stuff like that. And yeah, this poor little thing, little fighter though. I wouldn't be remotely surprised if he made it, but it was going to be a long and very expensive fucking road. Fortunately, the family were rich, so hopefully, I hope that little dude made it. Excuse me, hiccups again. Fuck's sake. Here we go. $10 from Australia. Thank you very much indeed.
10. Drop it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Origami I used to make.
Uh-huh.
Like I made this humongous.
Oh my goodness!
I remember those when I was a kid.
Yeah, we used to have them too.
Humongous.
Even the
That's
guys used to
amazing.
play with them. The girls
Does it
used to
go
make
like a
them, and
rhyme or a poem?
We'd
when
steal
you
them
do the
and we'd play
1,
with them.
2, 3,
You
4?
We'd say,
pick
those are
one,
stupid,
and
and
then,
we'd nick them, and then we'd play with
usually
them.
they have like colors and numbers, and then you go, okay, what number? And then like
2. That's amazing. I love this so much. Oh my goodness. Mwah.
Love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much. Back to this asshole that that wants to tell you not to have that in your life.
Back to this asshole. Brilliant. All right, that's the Hasan segment. We're done.
Indeed.
And yeah, obviously we're making horrible time, but I did say we had a hard cap, which is not technically true. We have.
Well, thankfully, I
we
think
have
the
some
next
wiggle room.
person of note is kind of just a tangential kind of, this is one of our, I don't expect her to really show up again too frequently.
Oh yeah,
This
she's
is
probably
just
a
the
one shot.
uncapping
Yeah.
of bad takes, yeah.
But it needs to be called out because it's wankery. So there we
Well,
go.
that is kind of the whole thing. Like, they want to sit here and talk about hive minding and this and that, and no, we're highly
Okay.
sensible to the insanity that can go in either direction based on ideological biases. So anyone can get it.
Of course. We also got for $2 from Smegheads. Thank you very much. Says I should have prefaced it was about is abortion murder. Yeah. No, we got that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's fine. I understand. Unlike a lot of leftists, we can remember what we did earlier in our lives. So don't you worry about that, buddy. Thank you very much for the $2. Appreciate you. And you guys let me know where I'm looking for the stuff for this segment.
Yasu. Tisak tit.
My thing to the WTF chat just now, it's Jay's
Great.
most recent video that he put out yesterday. So I assume that covers the stuff that he sent me
Oh,
prior
okay.
to. So a little bit more digestible, one thing instead of two.
Fine by me. Yeah, absolutely.
And then anything else Toasty has sent you or knows about it?
Yeah, okay,
She can
cool.
provide.
You just tell me where we what to play and stuff like that, because
I literally just grabbed. I'm kind of flying blind a little bit myself as well.
All right,
because I saw. Yeah.
All right, the Toasty segment.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
We got this chick, who, by the way, does go out of her way to look as cutesy as she possibly can. Like, how old is she? What's her name? Mary Morgan?
I think she may be like late 20s. I'm not sure about her age per se, but I know she is a right winger, and she does this show that I watch sometimes called Pop Culture. And here, you can see Jay is reacting to her
This is the
talking
section
about
that he was referring to the other day. How she mentioned this whole thing on her podcast.
Keep in mind,
Right.
she also works for Tim Pool as well, so
Yeah.
that's another thing.
She was
What the
born in-
hell?
She's 25. She was born in 2001.
Oh, Toasty is now. She's unhinged the mobile cam.
No!
Oh,
Welcome to the beast of everyone's burden when it comes to those cameras.
Oh my god!
It's just like when Ryan got one.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious when it used to just land on the trash stack.
Yeah. It used to swivel like too far to the side and you see a huge pile of garbage. Yeah. Bless him. All right.
A huge volume of hair, which I wouldn't say is characteristic of children in real life, but again, maybe it's not meant to be realistic.
fuck off.
It is
The stick.
a robot.
Great.
Yeah, you can see Jay as well. His face is in his hands watching.
I don't think that it's sexualizing the character personally. A lot of people think that because they
You don't. Well, then shut the fuck up. I'm gonna read maybe the dumbest thing you've heard all day. So if you're not sitting down, now's the time. Mary Morgan has decided to pipe up, and she is retweeting the clip, the same clip that we've already watched a bunch of times. Your name is Diana. All he does is give the little girl a name, and she does this.
Diana.
Yeah.
Hugh. Diana.
This is the clip.
Diana. Hugh. Diana.
So Mary Morgan has decided to lose her mind.
Hey, what's wrong with that? It's cute. Yeah.
Also,
fun.
really
Imprinting.
reminded me of the Hugh and Geordie scene in Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me
whatever
of when,
nonsense
like, John
bile
is
is in
like,
her
you
little
have to
stupid feminist head.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh no, it's okay. I was gonna say, kind of reminds that little clip right there. Kind of reminds me of like John tells me that I should do like a little, like a person named Melanie Mac, and he's like, you have to say flag it, and I'm like, the F word? No, flag it. The F word? No, flag it. The F word? And I keep saying the F word.
All right.
Yes. That's why I haven't had her do it yet. It's keep
Flag
wearing this. Yes. So you can say it. Ah.
Yeah.
We'll try this
There we
again
go.
later. You've made progress.
You have made progress. All right. By the way, yeah, right-wing feminists, ultra rare. Apparently, not actually ultra rare at all. There used to be plenty of right-wing feminists. Those two things used to be married, but they got divorced bitterly when feminism became what it is today. It's much like many of the women who became feminists in the present day. So there we go. Anyway.
And put it out on the internet. Now, this is someone who's supposedly posing as a based person who works with Tim Pool, okay? So get ready. Lots of strange reaction to this game. Let's clear some things up. Well, let me tell you what the strange reaction thing is.
Oh, God, I read this tweet. Oh, yeah. I remember this now.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Strange reaction thing is going PDF with
This is mental. This is mental.
any of this stuff. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way that childless women have maternal instincts. Oh.
False.
Oh. Well, that's very interesting. So now men without kids don't have paternal instincts.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
Why do we have
Where did you
kids?
come up with this? We
Right.
observe this even in the way that little girls play versus little boys.
Little boys are not men.
Right.
Surprisingly. Isn't that
Right.
your whole argument?
And as someone who is not a dad, I am quite many times over an uncle. So it's like I still care about my nephews and my nieces.
Even though I've never been biologically an uncle because I'm an only child.
Right.
The same thing. Whenever every friend I've ever had has had kids, those kids have just gravitated towards me, and I've loved them and played with them and had lots and lots of fun. That's Uncle Will. Everyone's got Uncle Will. When we used to go to the water park before I had kids, they'd all get smash ass drunk, and usually I'd be joining them. But I was having more fun in the pool, having splash fights and going down the slides with the kids.
Yeah. No, I refer to myself as a weird internet uncle of sorts. Because I'm just like an Uncle John type. Clearly. Yeah. I have been the majority of my life at this point.
I've never had any of that experience because all my nieces and nephews are they're my age, and so they're already grown. But if that was the case, then that would mean most men are cops. Most men are firemen. Most men, they go to the army and stuff like that. I mean, for me, it feels like men protect.
Right. But patriarchy, as I mentioned earlier, the whole concept based around the concept of fatherhood and chaperoning, people that
masculinity
go
in general is about protection.
Protection. They're protectors and not motherly, but they're protectors. So it's just like it's another form of.
Well, it's like you got the mother and the baby cuddling, and then the arms around both of them.
Right.
You know.
Well, all right. Well,
it.
if I take it to the esoteric for a second, the whole thing that they're trying to divide the idea of the nuclear family is because it's that imprinting of having a masculine role model and a feminine role model, and if they can create those imbalances, they're more likely to create people with the identity crisis shit that they can exploit and go and try to convince them that they're in the wrong body and all that kind of crazy insanity for their life extension technology means. And it's a soft kill genocide because you get everybody just kind of convinced that procreation is wrong. It's
It's
So,
it's anti-nature.
Yeah.
Just because men don't pick up something cute and start cuddling it, or like a child and put it near his chest and stuff like a woman would, doesn't mean that he wouldn't protect them or anything. Doesn't mean like he doesn't care for them.
My daughters are very young still, but the eldest has had the sort of awakening of real consciousness now, whereas it's still in development with the younger. She's aware, but she's not as aware. You know what I mean? The eldest, if she gets in trouble or she hurts herself or something like that, no, if she like hurts herself, she tends to run to mommy. But if she gets in trouble, she tends to run to me.
For protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
she doesn't like the cat, for example. She's scared of the cat, so she runs straight to me and grabs my legs.
Yeah, but
I'm like,
this
"Okay,
focused
come on,
framing
please."
of trying to just demasculate society, going and trying to project feminine traits on men and masculine traits on women. It's led to all the social upheaval in no short order. So clearly, this is how to fuck up things that run in a natural system, in record time.
Exactly.
All you have to do is just look at the last 50,
Well, it's
60
Yuri
years.
Bezmenov. We're going back to Yuri Bezmenov.
Right. Of social disillusion, and it's like, well, what causes it?
How to
A lack
destroy
of
society in one
adherence to
generation.
nuclear family kind of roles and dynamics and actual,
Exactly. If you want to destroy a country, you have to destroy the morale of its people, so that they can be weakened and vulnerable. And
if you can do it in
themselves.
subconscious ways, all the better. And that's why
It's
they want
been this
everybody
way
to sleep
for
to it.
fucking generations now, actually. But I'm always going to remember the whole metrosexual thing and how I was completely opposed to it, even when I was 20. I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? You want me to dress like a fucking puff?
Right.
Fuck you, I'm not wearing a skillet. Fuck off.
I mean, when they try to reframe it that Pedro Pascal is the face of modern
guillotine.
masculinity, and he prefers it in the face from modern masculinity, it shows what this shit's all about. They want everybody gender confused so they can just keep upending the social order and having all the focus being on trifle bullshit.
Yeah. Apparently we're lecturing too much, guys. Well, if you don't like it, don't watch.
Right. It's a little different the way that boys take care of kids than mothers, right? Boys are not nurturers.
No.
They're not girls. They're different. They're protectors. Huh.
Yes.
Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children. What absolute nonsense, lying bullshit.
Yeah.
If this was true, there would be no military. None.
Yes, exactly.
And typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's. Now, they're much stronger for your own kids, certainly. But when we're talking about
This is exactly what I said the other day when we went over this. It's good.
Dude, I had nephews when I was a teenager. I've been, taking care of kids since before I was in my 20s. It's like I didn't do that because I didn't care about them. It's what you do.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with taking care of kids.
It's just what you do. you know. There we go.
A situation where you're a man in an area and there's a kid.
Hang on. We'll go to the slides so we can talk over it. But thank you, Jay. Nice video, guys. Go check out Jay Viper's video. I'm gonna definitely watch it in full after the show while I'm driving and everyone else is asleep.
Indeed.
So thank you very much. Shout out to Jay Viper, friend of the channel. Both of us got banned by the quartering at the same time earlier on. It was very funny. We'll get to the reportering soon. All right, folks. But anyway,
it's just around the corner.
Yeah, but before that, Toasty, you sent me a shitload of stuff earlier on, right?
Oh yeah.
And for some reason, I can't find it now. Oh, that's it, because your name is written in all gibberish. That's why. Okay. What do I start with here? There's tons. There's like literally tons. You sent me like 6,000 things.
And then from here, so Jeremy decides to.
Oh, we're gonna go into Jeremy now. Okay. Ugh. Sorry.
Well, it's still about this. It's still about this chick right here, Mary. But he's based.
Right. Okay.
I guess.
Let's just have a quick.
Am I freezing?
You're good now.
Before we get to that, let's just have one last pass over the initial thing that she said, because this is fucking imbecilic. Men are not nurturers, no, but that's not the same thing as protection, dear. That doesn't mean that we don't have the instincts. Like paternal instincts are to protect.
It's just human instincts, man. It's like
this is absurd.
Yeah.
Men don't gush over cute kids in public. No, we don't. Maybe we quietly do. Sometimes, you know, I certainly quietly. I mean, yeah, it's my own kids, but I also remember my friends' kids like growing up before mine, and I would sit and just sort of quietly watch them and be like, "Fucking hell, man! They get clever so quick.
Yeah,
they're gonna need protecting from this fucking world." That's my mental process. What is that if not paternal instinct? It's fucking insane. What would you do if someone dropped a fucking baby off at your doorstep, like Big Daddy or something? Yeah, you're not going to be great at it at first, but I mean that one's kind of a joke, because that guy that Adam Sandler plays in that movie is the kind of guy who has fuck all paternal instincts, because he's so selfish. And you know, he's like a Hasan type.
But that's the plot of the movie.
Yeah, that he develops that. Yeah,
right. But that's the thing is
they do exist.
Yeah, Arrested Development is where a lot of this kind of stems from, and so it's one of these things that these people are never going to be able to grasp, because it's well beyond their cognitive capabilities.
Indeed, but yeah, so she's fundamentally what it seems that she's done here mostly is completely misunderstand protection versus nurturing.
Right.
They are different things. I mean, I'm in the background mostly. In my family, because I'm in here most of the time working on this channel.
Right.
And if I'm not doing that, I'm probably buying groceries or trying to find a job to make more money.
Well,
right?
You know, protection actually is a form of nurture. I would argue, in the sense that, you know, it's kind of like that whole thing about the thing about being childlike is being able to hold on to your innocence and your naivety to the greater dealings of the world.
Well,
you know, and so protection from that is a form of nurturing. You know?
Nurture means to care for, feed, train, and foster the development of a person.
Right. I know. Not like, you know,
encouraging or supporting growth. Okay, then. So that's bollocks. Then men are nurturers, just a different way than mothers.
Yeah.
In fact, in many ways, men are the ones who are usually pushing the kids to experiment and explore. And I mean, I certainly am the one who's like, like holding my little girl's hands while she does backflips off my belly and stuff like that, and mommy's going no, and I'm like,
exactly
by herself. She wouldn't do it if she didn't think she could land it, you know.
Right. So, moms. Oh, go ahead, Toast.
I was about to say, even the other day, you were just saying how strong your girl is, right? So like, really you want your kids to be strong and like, you know, not needing people to help them out. You want them to be strong and stuff. And then moms show it differently. Most of the, you know, they show it differently. They, you know, they do it a different way. Dads do it a different way.
I mean, there is a reason that the phrase "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed" exists. You know.
Yeah, It's true, yeah. Because you want better for them, yeah. You wouldn't be
Right.
disappointed if you didn't have the instinct, you know. But anyway, the other thing is, there are a lot of single moms here in the Philippines. A lot of single mothers. It's kind of a stereotype. People think that it's a black stereotype. You haven't met enough fucking Southeast Asians. Okay, they will run to another island. The second that any indication that a chick is pregnant. I'm not saying everybody, obviously not, but there are a lot of them. Enough to be a stereotype. So there are a lot of single mothers here, and they tend to breastfeed their kids for too long, and they tend to let the kids sleep in the same bed with them, and they tend to do all these things. A lot of that is also admittedly due to the high costs of various things like formula and beds and the relative poverty of the people here as well. Stop it, Filipino government, give people more fucking money. Stop hoarding it all for yourselves. But anyway, there you go. Anyway, the point is, unfortunately, that has led to what I like to call giant children running around, especially boys who never grow up, who never
Kids
become
having kids.
independent, who continue to be mama's boys well into their 20s. I remember I've got a Phil Am friend from Georgia who came here and dated some local guys, and she said never again. Never again. The second that she went out on a date with them, they immediately wanted to move into her house, and they wanted her to take care of them like a mum.
Right.
This is what happens when you don't have a dad.
Right.
And I hate to say it, it's unfortunate. Some single mothers do really, really well, but in this country, they just end up with giant babies who can't fucking do anything. Yeah.
Right. Moms tend to help.
Yeah.
Well, moms tend to help kids kind of deal with initial kind of introversion aspects of the psyche, and dads are there for more of the extroversion, just getting out there and actually experiencing the world. So a lot of kids are helicopter mommed and overly sheltered, and they don't actually.
Funny? You know what's funny? So it's the complete opposite with me and my children's father. He's the one that babies the boys, and I'm like, let them eat mud, let them fucking fight to the death, let them be like, let them fall.
You've got it right. You see, the reason that you should respect single mothers, by the way, especially the ones who try to make a go of it, really try to make a go of it, and perform the function of a father to motivate, to push, to encourage, rather than to overly encourage, to protect. In that sense, the man's the nurturer and the woman's the protector, which is, so that's why that analogy, I've changed my mind about that analogy completely.
I'm a hard ass, and he's such a softie, and we're the opposite. You would think it's the opposite, but it's not. Like, I'm the hard ass. I want them to be, be strong and independent, and daddy just wants to protect them all the time. So
yeah, exactly. Well, that's that case. In our case, me and my wife check each other all the time for one thing or another. And in the case of how we should raise them, my take from the get-go was they need to be independent. They need to be able to suit themselves to sleep. They need to be able to get over it as early as possible. If they get hurt, if they get whatever, and I'm not saying they don't come running, and I'm saying we don't go, oh no, what happened? If they fall over, we go, oh, that was silly, ha 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 ha, and the kid goes, oh, it's okay, oh, right, okay, no need to cry then. And so baby one never cries, except when I leave the room if we've been having a cuddle, which is adorable, and if mummy's gone for too long. But that's basically it. If she, I mean, I have to stop her. She's unplugging things. She's plugging them back into the wall, trying to plug them back into the wall. She wants to figure out the entire world. And I'm like, you're not, that's when I step in. I'm like, you're not old enough yet, dear. You need to stop doing this,
which is a form of protective nurturing.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm the one who leaps across the living room, to stop her when she's about to pull a lamp down on her own head or something, and these are antique lamps that my parents had, so they're fucking heavy,
But that
you blame yourself.
Right, but that's why this more than anything just shows a severe misunderstanding of what nurturing actually even is, and compassion and care and just human decency. All it's it's how this is lost on someone who is made it into the situation where, I mean, but you know, I don't know. Tim's group is, you know, they're hit or miss on various things throughout time and history.
Exactly. This is insanity. The take here is completely insane. Men absolutely have paternal instincts, whether they have kids or not. And especially when they get put in the positions where they have to develop them, they will develop them exceptionally quickly. Much more quickly than women like this think we will. It's really ridiculous to say this. It's even more disingenuous to say you'd be taking the radical gender abolitionist position to protest any of the above points. And why exactly are you against what exactly is this radical gender abolitionist? Like, no, we're not for gender abolition. That's not true at all. You have an incredibly young, naive, and retarded fucking idea of what men and women are. I don't know what your dad is like. He's probably really stoic and hands-off-ish. Then fair enough. But some dads are very, very cuddly and want to be in the lives of their kids. I wish I could be more in the lives of my kids and less at this desk. I would love that. Help me fill the limit, guys. Thank you. We're at 64%, and you've been very kind. Thank you so much. Yeah, I would love to be able to. This is one of the things I'm really looking forward to is when I get through the awful nightmare of having to go sit in a church in a tropical climate in slacks, I'll get to go to sleep. And when I wake up, I got 2 days to spend with my kids before I have to drive back.
Yeah.
So that's going to be great. So that should explain why a dad simulator game marketed mostly to childless men gives people the creeps. No, it doesn't explain why. It doesn't.
Again, it doesn't factor in contemporary, you know, gaming household numbers and why, you know, generally speaking, there are more, you know, families tend to drive gaming sales, kind of the way that it is, you know. I mean, because if you're to sit here and try to say that kids get into it, why do kids get into it? You know, because they like games. Well, you know, generally speaking, it's probably because their dad's more likely to pass that kind of thing down, or in absence of a dad, an uncle, you know, because that's just tends to be kind of the way these things
exactly
go.
what I was saying earlier. I've got loads of childhood memories of playing games with my dad.
Exactly, and I've got plenty of loads of childhood memories of my dad playing games with me.
Part of the reason I even sold my gaming collection was because it was going to help someone do, you know, kind of, you know, caregiving bonding. You know, as a guy who was talking about how he had an uncle, and I was like, or how he was an uncle and wanted to, like, you know, show off like all these classic systems. And I'm like, hey, cool. You know, that at least makes me know that it's going to go somewhere that it's not lost upon.
Exactly.
And, you know, so yeah.
There you go.
Take a little bit of emotional currency for the
move on to this take then right here. By the way, just before we get to that, JJJJ.
Oh, 60, nice.
Has just yes indeed, he gifted $5. Thank you very much. Says absolutely nothing like a true kingly Giga Chad himself. Thank you very much.
Thank you for $5.
Is the stream okay? Seems like we were buffering for a minute there. No, we're good.
I think we're fine.
We've even got really low latency, so that's really good too. All right, let's move on to this then. So Vex Electronica.
Did we catch the one from Smegheads?
Was there another one? Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I missed that one. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. Thanks for the catch. Yeah, excitement.
I did not catch that one. Thank you. She's right. I never experience paternal instincts if I see a child about to run into the road and is about to be hit. I just think, oh, well, fucking idiot. Right.
right.
He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smig. Hey.
Thank you for $5.
Okay, we're going to pivot here from one person into the main event that everyone is waiting for. But we're going to get there in a slow, organic fashion because it lends itself to it. So why the fuck not? And by the way, absolutely right. Smegheads, by the way, absolutely right. I'd probably run into the road to try to help anybody, but I might hesitate if it was a little, like a split second longer if it was an adult. You know, if it's a child, I can't imagine that I even had a thought in my head. I'm probably already there getting hit instead. You know, it's just happening. But there you go. All right, Vex Electronica replies to this person's insane takes, of course, by saying, "Color me absolutely shocked that a female conservative influencer calling fatherless men predators for liking a video game also willingly plays up the lolly aesthetic on her own socials."
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. This is that. This is the e-girl aesthetic, which is a lolly thing. It is. It's where emo and lolly meet.
Right.
It's cringe. It's creepy. I've never liked it. When I was 25, I had a girlfriend who started to get into this aesthetic, and I thought, oh yeah, it's kind of hot. It's kind of goth, but never to this extent. And then when she started playing up to it and getting into cosplay, I was like, nah. I mean, we were already broken up by that point, but then I was like, no, you are just a poser. So there we go. This is cringe. This is like you're trying to look like a little girl. You are looking at the camera with this sort of innocent, wide-eyed naivete. It's creepy. This is fucking creepy. This is much more... Okay, you've got your hair in pigtails, plaited pigtails, with your fucking feet pointing in, like your legs bowed out like that. This is all kiddie coded. Sorry, I'm using the word again, coded, the lefty term, but unfortunately it's sort of becoming one of those ones that we just steal and appropriate, like woke, you know? So I'm okay with it. What the fuck?
What?
I mean, you are choosing to dress like a little kid. I mean, that she looks like she's wearing shorts under it, maybe jean shorts or something. But basically, that shirt would fit. That dress would fit on a 10-year-old. You know, maybe a chubby 10-year-old. But
And she stood in front of a sign that says "Pick up" as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing more cringy than a grown woman, I guess, dressing up and acting like a little girl. For me, I'm sorry, as a bisexual, I don't want my women to look like women, like grown women, just grown, voluptuous women, not little girls. It's
and that's why, like, you know, you get your like 18-year-old, well, no, like 16-year-old girls in the UK, I suppose, who have just become legal. And they start immediately hyper dressing up to like try and look as old as possible.
Right.
But there's this weird shit that seems to have gone on with Gen Z, you know, late millennials up to present day, where certain types of girls will just power up the kiddie factor on their fashion sense. She looks like the kind of girl who calls you daddy in bed. You know?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, in the right circumstances, some girls have called me that before, and I've been like, "Oh, that's kind of hot." But she looks like she calls her boyfriend daddy all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's creepy. That's creepy. Call me babe like everyone else. You know?
Did I?
No, you good. You know you get toast.
No,
I was about to say she looks like the type to ruin your life because those girls tend to look innocent purposely to fuck you over.
Indeed.
Right. The kind of ones that say, "I'm a good girl," and it's like you shouldn't have to say it.
Oh, pick me.
The case.
Fucking pick me. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, OnlyFans as well. Yeah, oh god, don't even get me started, man. It's assholes like fucking Belle Delphine who created this or who profited off it to such an extent that it's gone on for another generation. Because now it's not just an aesthetic. It's not just a, ooh, I'm a widow girl, please, big strong man. Blah. You know, it's, ooh, I'm a widow girl, please give me everything you've got in the bank. You know, and then fuck you. So it's even worse. Smakeheads for 2 says, heading to bed. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for a lot of super chats.
Thanks for hanging around.
Says, give old enough to count +1 vote. Will do. Well, I'll use them all. Thank you so much, Snakeheads, you fucking legend, for 2 and lots more. Absolute legend. He must have dropped at least $40.
Let's go, style. Extended
Daddy, daddy, pull us in. Let it pour like a nice spin. You the fire, make it sting. Come closer, you're the king.
Okay.
Those corks are just popping off.
We are just a smidge away from 75%. Fucking hell. Thank you guys. I hope you can keep it going.
Nearly a quartering of the distance away.
We are just over a quarter away from the goal. Yeah. So, hell, if you guys want to help us get there, that would be glorious. And if you like that clip, there are longer ones flavored in all kinds of styles that you might want to partake. However, having looked at all these pictures of this little slut, I would think that Vex Electronics was dead, right? Is Lolly supposed to look drug addicted, or is that a personal touch? Depends who you ask. I'm sure Piss Stain's crew wouldn't mind the druggy aesthetic. Well, certainly not, except unless, of course, they're going to eat the person, in which case it has to be tested thoroughly beforehand. Got to test that jerky. I almost feel bad for how much she's getting dragged for that post. No. She's jealous that being an attention-starved girl has made her unappealing to any men. She's clearly been passed around more than a few times. She does look a bit like she's been passed around a bit, doesn't she? She does. Bless her.
I don't like, I will say this, I don't like the blonde hair on her because
No, it looks awful.
she looks washed out, like,
Yeah.
and I know
Straw
I'm
hair.
pale and everything, but she has like these eyes with dark circles around them, kind of like Jeremy. And so it's just, it makes her, I don't know, it makes her look sickly. You know, I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right, by the way. You're absolutely right. But if I saw this picture on like one of my friends' timeline. Now, bear in mind, I'm 40 years old, right? And sometimes I forget that. But if I saw this picture on one of my friends' timelines, I'd assume he had like a 15-year-old daughter. And this is a picture of her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? About 15, 16 years old, maybe. Looking at this.
Yeah, I will say that the picture of her with the little Hello Kitty, like big sweater, in my teens, I used to, shop in Hot Topic and I used to get stuff like that, but I was like 17, 16. And after like I turned 18, 19, I started, maturing and dressing more grown and stuff like that. I don't know. Like I
mean, I ironically had a Hello Kitty bank card in my 20s, but that was just kind of to fuck with people because I was living in Texas, and they're like, they would get offended by me having a Hello Kitty bank card. They're like, why would you have that? I'm like, for moments like this where because it's retarded, right? It was an option. It was this or like an NFL team, and I was like, oh, that's hilarious. I'll just go with Hello Kitty, but clearly just for the lulz. But yeah.
Hey, Coffee Cat has gifted $10 and says absolutely nothing.
Much appreciated.
Like a freaking absolute king. Thank you.
10. Drop it.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much. All right. So, into this hot mess of shit. By the way, just because this bitch has daddy issues does not mean men are all predators, okay? Into the mess. Wade's everybody's favorite, the man of the hour, the Tower of Fat.
She's about to get eclipsed.
That's right. It's the man.
And I kind of like this transition right here, by the way, Will, because I know we were going to talk about the quartering, and so it's just.
We can begin with one of his many, many illustriously bad, unbelievably bad takes on Twitter.
In real time.
Yes. Jeremy Dale Hambley from fucking Wisconsin is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. The cornering, the flaggering, the fucking reportering. He is here. We are going to talk about the quartering, and we're seamlessly transitioning into it. Thank you, Toasty, for the Very smooth segue. Jeremy, that's a new one. Jeremy in the cornering. I love it. That's amazing. That's amazing. This is bullshit. It's always about the bull.
It's
isn't it,
always
Jeremy?
about the
What
bull. That's
fuck,
right.
Jeremy, God, stop, man.
Can't do
like,
anything
literally
without his
hit him.
bull in the room, you know?
This is bullshit that I'm cleaning off of the bar.
He's bullshit that he's cleaning off his. Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know, the funny thing is, there are people here who've been waiting like 2 hours for us to get to this. Are starting to actually feel like Kino Casino now. When people are like, when are we going to get to the quartering? When are we going to get to the quartering?
There it is.
And the
That's
funniest
right.
thing
That's
is,
right.
when they started covering him, nobody was into it. Everyone was like, oh, this guy's not that funny. He's not that interesting. Give it time. It's
right.
all unraveling now. As ye sow, so shall ye reap. And it's
That's right.
fucking
It's like
harvest
making
time
a
for the
good
lolcow
meringue,
farmers.
though. You know, everybody. You know, we have to give it time to set up.
Yeah. Okay. He says this is bullshit. You can agree, you can disagree with Mary Morgan's position on the video game, but this is not a lolly aesthetic. What are you talking about, Jeremy? This is 100% demonstrably a fucking lolly aesthetic. I mean, okay, it may not be like the exact definition of a lolly aesthetic, because then you've got to go like Japan style. You've got to
Right. It might not be as hyper. Yeah, like
It's like Americanized.
hyper representation, like in cyberpunk edge runners.
It's still a fucking woman dressing like a little girl.
Exactly.
Fuck, who cares whether it's the exact aesthetic or not, you pedantic prick. Let's just fucking go. Do you know what lolly aesthetic means? Are you going to believe the quartering or your own lying eyes? I mean,
Right,
maybe not
but
lolly,
but even by their own
implies.
rationale, like, you know, just to take this whole lolly thing into account, right? So is it a problem because people see this as that, and that's what they're trying to say, that like all these dudes are, you know, or is it not there? In which case, why are we even having this whole fucking, you know, it's just on the scale of just let it happen without getting involved. I mean, Jesus Christ, Jeremy, you really found a way to just kind of like really just bungle this for. It's completely unforced error. You got enough bullshit to deal with.
He was never actually any good at this.
No.
This is the thing. This is the reason. This is the number one reason that the people are like, how did it take this long for people to realize the quartering absolutely sucks? Well, it's because he built himself up during an era where everybody better at this than him was either not yet started or was more hyper focused on a particular genre, like for example Nerdrotic with Doctor Who and Marvel and stuff like that, or Geeks and Gamers with Star Wars, while he was more broadly just attacking anything and everything and spraying and praying. And that worked when the algorithm was suited to it. But all of the other people from the sector were fucking banned. Every single goddamn one of them was gone. Even Sargon of Akkad was fucking gone. And he's like very, very agreeable, very, you know, well, I'd like to say professional.
The
especially
substance-
these days. Maybe it wasn't back in the day, but these days, you know.
Well,
Right? And I would say
the quartering
go
is
ahead,
milk
Toast.
Go on.
I was just gonna ask real quick. So, what exactly is lolly? Is it like childlike, or like, because I had like a Japanese book of the fashion, and one of the styles is Lolita, which is like Victorian, like them dressing up like dolls. But is lolly different? But is lolly like childlike? Because I feel like
it's gone from that to kind of punk
There's
lolly,
all sorts of
goth lolly,
various subgenres of it at this point.
kimono lolly. There's loads. It's just basically Lolita is what it's named after, and we all know what Lolita is. So it's basically adult dressing like child in various ways, whether it's French made or like fucking, you know, French Revolution kind of style, like the big puffy dresses and all that stuff, or it's, you know, hyper gothic, like you know Misa Misa from Death Note, the girl that falls in love with light.
Blue hair girl?
No, she's got blonde hair, but she's pretty lolly. She's fairly lolly.
Yeah.
I see.
You know? She's like a pop star, but she has a death note and she falls in love with Light and gets totally manipulated by him. It's
Right.
fucking hilarious. Because
Right.
that
You could say to some degree that Melanie Mac has some kind of lolly kind of leaning.
Yeah, kind of post-goth lolly style a little bit, yeah. There's a lot of steampunk lolly out there as well.
I mean, it's a broad defining kind of thing at this point in time. So it's almost one of those things too, where, it's so broad. It's like how they say with pornography. Not everything's pornographic, but you'll know it when you see it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point on why I was saying this was an unforced error on Hambly's part, because the whole reason why he's even getting into this is because she, Mary, as the transitional element in this whole weird thing today, exposed some level of hypocrisy. And so the king of hypocrisy decides to come in and say, hey, this is my turf, and I'm now going to have like a take on this that completely just fucks the whole thing in every direction, because it just even undermines the point of what's going on, you know?
Yeah, it's cringe, and he's here, he's white knighting, he's simping, and of course he's doing it for a number of reasons. Number one, he's the horniest man on the internet, because he never.
Well, that, and I think he's also simping for
Tim Pool.
For Tim Pool, right, and like some level of like, oh, maybe he'll still invite me around.
Yeah, because he's got to suck up to Tim Pool at every available opportunity. Until, of course, something happens that allows the quartering to step on Tim Pool's neck, at which point he immediately will. Like, for example, when Tim Pool got swatted, and Hambly spent hundreds of dollars super chatting his fucking chat about coffee brand coffee while Tim Pool was being fucking swatted. It's true.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true. Have you not seen that?
That's crazy.
Certainly a protector mentality.
The man is a piece of shit. He's a piece of fucking shit. He is actually the worst kind of scum.
Right, and it's also hilarious too that a guy who doesn't seemingly want to have kids or anything like that is now going to like this. Dude, you are so out of your depth in this one. Why did you even, in any way, shape, or form, like, you are the worst person to speak to this, other than your own fixation on Tim Pool and getting on there.
Do you know how bad coffee brand coffee is for SEO? I put it into Google with Pool and SWAT, and of course it's just bringing up Tim Pool's coffee instead.
Right.
Because his is called Cast brand coffee or something like that. So it's got brand and coffee in it, and Tim Pool. And the second iteration of coffee has no fucking meaning at all to Google. How can a man who claims to have a master's in marketing not know how to SEO a fucking product? What the fuck, Jeremy?
Listen, I will say this.
And 20 years experience. Go ahead, Toast.
Yeah.
I don't have experience in marketing or anything, but we did have a guest on. His name is Midnight. He's from Rumble. And he tells me, you may not think you're smart, Toasty, but you're brilliant. You're always going viral and you get so many engagement and stuff. You just know exactly what to say.
Yeah, you're so good at that. I wish I was half as good at it as you are. I have no idea how you do it. No idea. I won't even pretend to. That's why I'm like, people are like, I'm having meetings with a guy about.
She's a petty Rican. That's how it's done.
He's like, you do everything for your YouTube channel? I'm like, yeah, everything. That's probably why it isn't growing that well. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm like, well, I can do all the visual stuff, editing, music even. I can write, I can deliver lines, blah, 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 blah. No problem there. But when it comes to marketing, I'm fucking hopeless. So, I don't know. There it is. Anyway, so, yeah, the quartering, of course, has had a lot going on this week. A lot going on. And we're going to recap. I've been through all of this in a video already and at least 2 live streams. But we're going to go over the Ethan Ralph thing one more time, because this was hilarious. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, Ethan Oliver Ralph, who is himself absolute scum, somehow became the hero we deserve, and if not the one we need. And he decided that he was going to take the porn star, for want of better words, and head to Wisconsin in order to go and investigate the quartering. Now, of course, it was really any flimsy pretense to start some shit. Obviously, this is Ralph. I honestly don't know what he expects to happen here because quartering did actually say, don't come to my house. Don't fucking... Don't do anything near my fucking house. Any clip you get will not be worth it, I promise you. To which, of course, Ralph replies, "Are you threatening me, bro?" You know, I'm coming to do a documentary in your hometown, bitch. How you feel about that? You know, so
Right.
so it's ridiculous, actually. The funniest part about this for me is the fact that the quartering is pathologically unable to second guess everything he's tweeting these days. And so he deleted the tweet, even though it can be used as evidence in a police report if Ralph does show up. So he, what's DSP say? He self-felted himself, you know? Fucking. Just to give you an indication of...
Andy, find your fucking balls.
Find your fucking balls. I love this guy. I hate this guy. I don't know what to tell you. He's hypnotic. Not in the sense of hypno, but I mean, he's by definition a hypnotist. For some reason, it's impossible to stop watching Ralph once she starts. We're only going to linger on this for a second.
You're going soft. You're letting a fucking coffee brand coffee Chinese merchant.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about. What's he talking about? Chinese? What?
It's like the Ultimate Warrior promos, man. Just gotta let it take you. Or Scott Steiner.
It is. It's the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. He's the Ultimate Warrior of internet promos. It is just nonsense, but you're like, huh. This guy sounds like he can get things done, you know?
He's this batshit crazy to deal with all this. Just think what he can do with normal things.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah. This guy's willing to fling himself from Mexico to fucking Wisconsin. And he's constantly on the run too. And he still hooks up with a porn star to take her to fucking Colombia. Doesn't. Welch is on the deal, tries to marry her himself.
His pornance.
I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. This guy was literally getting his dick sucked by the porn star on one of his live streams, like Raketa, and because he doesn't try to hide it or anything like it, no one cares. There's no drama. There's no issue. You know, because I tell you the other reason, everybody already knows that Ethan Ralph is an absolute fucking degenerate. Like absolute pit of filth.
But he's honest about it, and so there's something
totally honest about it. He's like, yeah, I like pussy, I like beer, I like Xanax, you know? He doesn't give a fuck.
Where well that's
you want to know the truth about it, you know?
Right, go ahead, Toast.
I've always heard his name, but I don't know exactly. Like, I never watched any of his things, but I've always heard his fucking name.
It's Comicsgate stuff.
Yeah, it's Comicsgate stuff. It's sector stuff. The sector is like the remnants of Comicsgate fighting each other in internet blood sports endlessly for years until eventually they broke up because there was an event that happened. There was this no-show that happened, and then it doesn't matter anyway.
You know, but oddly enough, that's the thing that Ethan still has going for him, I suppose, at this point in time, is he can't help but be himself, just in the way that Hambly can't either, but Hambly tries to do everything he can to just explain it away and just assume that he can get one over on everybody. And it's like, no, dude,
that's it.
That's
exactly.
the
Just like Raketa too. Did you see fucking Raketa's take? Raketa did a reaction to the quartering, and it was so fucking I'm not even gonna linger on it, but there's so much to unpack in this fucking recent shit that's been going on. That it's actually really difficult to keep up with it all. So we're just going to be going through this in whatever order it sort of happens. Anyway, let me play some more of this because apparently, according to Coffee Cat here, to I guess Toasty, you never heard of the Ralph mail?
Roll you over? You're going soft? Oh, if he gets your channels back? No, this guy needs to be driven into the ground. You're going soft on this guy? How am I going harder on him than you?
Yeah.
I want to see him put out of business. Well, you know what? We'll give him a
It
little
looks like
credit
Road
where
Dogg
credit is due.
promos like Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, looks like Road Dogg promos like Ultimate Warrior. Sounds like he's about 11 years old. So,
no.
When he gets going, anyway.
No.
He's so fucking hypnotic. It's
There's a
impossible to
feral
watch.
quality to his voice. It
Yeah.
sounds like kind of like a cat that's pissed off on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking nuts, man. It's fucking nuts. Let's keep going.
No. Let's give a little credit where credit is due. Worski, after he got the go-ahead from the Ralpha male with the big, huge, absolute, gargantuan ball sack, once he got the go-ahead from me, his mentor.
His mentor. That's such. He's never going to accept that. All right, so this guy decided he was going to go to the Quartering's house. Toasty. That's what happened this week. And he wasn't fucking around with it either. He genuinely wasn't. And so what then happened was, a couple of days ago, the Quartering decided arbitrarily and apropos of nothing, it certainly isn't related to the impending arrival of this guy, right? The Quartering decides, after 3 years of uninterrupted slop content on a daily basis, it's time for him to take a break for the first time. Spring break for the live show. Forgot it was supposed to start yesterday. Oh, really? You forgot, did you? We haven't missed a show in 3 years, and the crew deserves a break. I'll still be doing daily segments, but live show returns May 4th. The burnout has been real, and it's a good time for a break. Yeah, the burnout. I'm sure it's the
Meltdown.
burnout. Yeah. This isn't burnout, Jeremy. This is meltdown. You have imploded. This is endless drunk streaming, crashing out on the internet, getting called for it by every single fucking one of us because we are all the casino now. Hashtag we are all the casino.
I hope Hannah Claire doubles down and puts out more just self-content.
I think she should. She'll get the support. It won't take long before people stop asking her what the oranges are for and start actually supporting her again if she just distances herself from this. But as it stands right now, she is making a fucking fool of herself by associating with this clown. But there you go, meltdown brand meltdown. There it is, exactly. So Ethan Ralph says the Quartering's taking a month break just in time to hang with the Ralph male. Even though he can't count, it's actually only 2 weeks. And everyone's response: I was happy when I first read month long. Then I did the math. Okay, I exaggerated. That's 2 weeks, not a month. Hey, Jeremy, close enough. Who's the crew? Lol. Yeah, what is the crew? Is he just talking about?
You gotta imagine time with Jeremy feels like it dilates and it expands and never ends.
There it is, exactly.
All right, so I'm gonna have to get going before you continue.
All right.
I gotta do.
Yeah, Toast. We will
stick
catch up
around
later
and
and
watch it anyway because
I'll
this
be
is
in the chat.
funny.
I'll be in the chat.
We're going right up to today, this morning, my time. So
yeah, we'll pop in the studio after the.
Which is where I actually got involved in it, which is
take care of those last details.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, your boy Matt Jarbo, and I can't believe bye Toasty. Tell hey, wait, tell everyone what's coming up. Sorry, do an outro.
We have a stream tonight. I think I'm gonna make it for like maybe 8:30 or 9 or something. But talk about Fallout, have fun, and we get to the goal. I get into a nice brawl. So if you're not gay, subscribe to my Rumble.
So if you're not gay. Thanks, Toasty. Take care, dear. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Indeed.
Bye.
Talk to you in a bit. Later.
There you go. Toasty stream coming up later. Be there or be gay, apparently.
Indeed.
So there you go. Anyway, it's your boy, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Matt Jarbo. who, I'm sorry, is desperate to turn this into a redemption arc of some kind. Absolutely desperate. And, you know,
gotta
the funny
utilize
thing
those
about it is
opportunities wherever they come, right?
he might just get it, you know. He might. He's a tenacious motherfucker, you know. He might just get it. I personally can't stand him, but every time he tweets something like this, it's like a little bit of the stank washes off him, you know. It's weird. It's a weird one. It says, Race Warski and Rage Pig are closing in. That would be PPP and Warski. Kino Casino. Coffee Brand Coffee Empire potentially exposed. Melanie Mac married another gay guy. Well, we saw a lot of evidence for that already this week. Stolen Shorts controversy still radioactive. It is a good time for a vacation, Jay. Yeah, you have 4 strikes right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yes, there are Melanie Mac stories. Melanie Mac evidently did marry a guy who, Jesus Christ, it's really hard to say. I think it's further down in here, actually. I think we can find it. Maybe not. No. I guess not. But whatever. We do have. There's a lot of pictures. Basically, it's her new husband, and what he's doing is he's posting all over X, thirsting after men. It's weird. He's writing all kinds of shit about like, hey, you this guy's really hot. You know, it's fucking like my friend's boyfriend looks like Ryan Reynolds. And like, you know, and all that shit. It's like, oh my god, he's like cosplaying as Pocahontas. Not the guy, Pocahontas. Yeah. So I don't get it. I genuinely, for the second time, yes, I'm aware. So apparently she's now married 2 guys who are apparently gay. So yeah. By the way, not for nothing, but we are $15 away from the goal. So if anybody wants to help and we are entertaining you, then, well, you know, consider supporting the channel. Thank you. All right. Anyway, so Jarbo with a fucking ridiculous W here. And another one, the picture I was talking about earlier on, Melanie Mac's spring break did not go as planned. Oh, no.
Oh,
no. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. I'm speed running this. Why does this MFO always shit on himself? Says Ethan Ralph once again. I'm a hardcore alcoholic at times, and this guy must be really sick to have so much diarrhea. Sub-Saharan life for Jer. Yes, it turns out we also received a godsend from somebody on the internet. I don't know who, but whoever they are, we are not worthy, and thank you for your service. The Geralizer that appeared earlier this month, and oh, there we go. I'll be right with you. Thank you. Quarter Pounder going in hiding because he can't handle both the Ralph mail and the casino on him simultaneously. Probably gave him one of those diarrhea episodes he's always talking about. Using the Geralizer, we discovered thousands of instances, or hundreds anyway, of him talking about diarrhea. He seems to have gone and got himself a bit of a fecophilia going on. He seems to really enjoy telling women, especially, about his shitting habits. I do think it's a bit of a kink for him. He seems to get a real rush out of grossing
diarrhea of the ass and constipation of the mind.
Indeed.
Also diarrhea of the mouth.
Yeah, except that that's not really necessarily true of him, because he can't actually fucking speak. Because his Twitter has diarrhea. His actual mouth has constipation. You know? But when he's on Twitter, oh baby boy, it gets crazy.
Right. Which, you know, when you think about how long it takes for him to say things on camera, makes you just kind of realize that those tweets take a good couple, you know, tens of minutes of his time every time, if not an hour or so. Gotta find the words.
Indeed. So yeah, this of course is him having diarrhea. Of course, what was the number? 12,533 transcripts. In 71 videos, he mentioned diarrhea 112 times. Jesus Christ. He's legit sick, bro. He should stop drinking. Not even moralizing. I don't care. Drink up, Lemao. But if even I'm not on that level, he's in a bad spot. Yeah, I think he is because the alpha male is a mess of a man.
Yeah.
But he largely keeps it to beer and sometimes liquor. But he just pounds beer after beer after beer after beer after beer after beer after beer till he's wasted. That's why he's so fat. And then he's on Xanax as well, so he's crashing out. I mean, there's so much. We could do a whole fucking Wanker of the Week special on Ethan Ralph one of these days. But I mean, seriously, like about 3 months ago, there was a reasonable chance that this guy was going to die. Like people were genuinely wondering if he was at death's door. But he always bounces back. He is a cockroach. Anyway, before we go any further, let me just shout out Cookie Kaiju for 20 Canadian. Thank you, says, take my Monopoly money, sir. I will graciously accept your Monopoly money. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you. Big time legend. Thank you. We're actually, we're $1 off the limit, but basically we're there. And it is Monopoly money, apparently. But there you go. Anyway, not that I wish to discredit it. Thank you very much for 20.
I got this new anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean, some serious hunkers. A real setup of donkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros. Massive da hunka bankaloos. Big ol' Tanahangara cougars. What happens next? Transfer student shows up one day with even bigger Bakhanaga hoogs. Humongous hungalamganonologangas.
Indeed.
I still got to update that to have your actual face saying what happens next instead of your avatar, your old avatar.
Right,
anyway, there we go. It got worse from there. This account, Anissa Washburn, which would be her name if she had taken iDubbbz's name, says he will drunk stream and make this drama 1,000 times worse. Funny you should say that. Yesterday we were all predicting that would happen. And, then today happened. So there we go. By the way, in the meantime, just FYI, just to prove my point, this is Nick Recator trying to...
Oh my.
He looks like he used to DJ at Ibiza or somewhere like that. Like he used to DJ
right
at fucking raves and shit.
Was this picture taken at 3 a.m. in the back of a rave? Like
it looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like it. It looks like he's the club owner, and like you're in trouble and you've been hauled before him because you were like touching women on the dance floor or something. I mean, he's just peeled out of his mind as well. Right. Fucking hell. Yeah, he looks fucked, like actually fucked. Now, this is a guy, I just need to make it clear. This is a guy who is on probation, okay? This is a guy who is currently having to report to the fucking authorities.
I feel less sober just being in his presence.
Right? That is the look of a man who is absolutely fucking roided. You know? Like,
Right.
not for nothing, but the theme song probably needs to play because of this, you know?
Well, Roy rolls in when the sun rolls
You know what I mean?
Boots full of mud.
That's Royd when he's at his work, you know, when he's at his office job.
That's right.
He does look like Tom Green, actually. Yeah, you're right. He does. He looks like Tom Green. Holy fucking hell. Buddy, what happened to this guy? What happened to this motherfucker? It's
Cocaine's
crazy.
a hell of a drug, as the expression goes, you know.
Coke's a hell of a drug. It sure is, yeah. Just for example, not for nothing, but this guy rose to power, rose to prominence on the internet for being a coherent, clever, and charismatic lawyer who wasn't always right, but basically invented the genre of LawTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then he let it go to his head through his nose.
Through a straw. Yeah.
Exactly. And now he looks like this. It's just fucking Jesus Christ. It's crazy, buddy. It's actually baffling to look at and see that. Like, if there's a poster boy for falling off, it is Nick Recator.
That's right.
No one does it better.
If Tony Stark was a slumlord meth dealer.
Yeah. Exactly. And, you know, for whatever reason, he's now dressing like Nabashin from Excel Saga, which is interesting. You know, an interesting choice. Nabashin is a joke character from an anime that's also a joke, but it's a self-insert of a Japanese director who likes to put an Afro version of himself in anime and take over the plot. If you haven't seen Excel Saga, by the way, my weeb fans out there, for the love of God, get on and do it. It's fucking hilarious nonsense. Every episode is a parody of a different genre trope. So from this to this, it is actually baffling. All right, that's the Ricata pit stop. And just before we go any further, we've definitely hit the goal at this point because Mr. Sardock for £2 says, oh, look, she has watermelon emoji. Palestine. BS. That's right. Fucking absolutely right, yes. It's a weird one. It's a weird one, but I think because it's a parody account, it's probably okay in this case. But, hey, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But anyway, I mean, given the fact that she's called herself Amoeba the Greasy and Anissa Washburn, it's pretty clear that this is a parody account. Allegedly, this is what the quartering looked like in his yearbook photo, by the way. I think I don't know if it's on Google yet, but
I suppose
definitely
back then he would have just been the 8 thing.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. The 8th thing.
Yes. If you have not yet liked the stream, please do. You are encouraged.
Oh yeah, there's one more thing I forgot to show you guys that appeared the other day, and oh jeez, where is it? I just had it a minute ago, and I think I've lost it. No wait, maybe is it in this thread? I've got like 8 threads open, so just give me a second here. Which one is it? Fuck, which one is it? No, it's not that one. It's one of these. One of these fucking threads has got a video in it. There it is. It's the Jarbo thread.
Pause. I'm tired. Pause.
That's the one. But then Lazy Shell actually put out a new video yesterday for the quartering. Oh, we've got another super chat as well. Sorry. For the goal, you missed my super chat. Night for Reals, Australian 2. And sorry, did I again? Fucking hell. It's Shambly the Felted Ham. He lives on the Dunny can. Oh, yeah. His arse is a mess. Thinks his coffee's the best. He's Shambly the Felted Ham. Doot doot. Bye bye.
It's just funny because he looks more like Bluto than Popeye. But
he does look more like Bluto than Popeye. Thank you very much, Smackhead. You fucking.
Thank you for $5.
However,
there we go.
Bluto can at least hold his liquor and yeah.
Absolute legend. Thank you so much, guys. That is the limit. We have hit the limit. We have hit the limit.
Awesome.
So I will be playing some boobas in a little bit, but we've kind of got to watch the clock because I've got to get out of here in 45 minutes. But it's fine. I can stream up till we've got about another 25 minutes or so. So let's keep going. In the meantime, there's a new video from Lazy Shell, the guy who did the fucking epic cartoon version of Kino versus Quartering. We got a song now.
You just do outro boobies to save the time and be frugal with resources.
A bulletin from me to you, a bullhorn right out of the blue, a bullet right into your brain. In bullet points that will explain, I'm bulldozing the bullshit now. Those bullies say that I'm a cow. They're gonna find the bulwark raised. Best believe it's my final phase. Blue, the color of the sky today. Blue, Boo-hoo, the tears I'm gonna cry today. Boo-hoo, it's horrible to think about. Boo-hoo, it's terrible, it gives me gout. Boo-hoo, I'm miserable and I know why. Boo-hoo, it's visible that I might cry. Boo-hoo, impossible yet true somehow. Boo-hoo, guess he's the bull and I'm the cow. Boo-hoo, oh boo-hoo.
Beautiful. Oh.
Spelt it again. I'll get you next time, casino.
Yeah, what I
That's
was
wonderful.
saying after about Smakehead's super chat, what we need now is a cartoon of Hambley squeezing a can of Pokemon cards like a can of spinach and going.
Yeah, or a can of Xanax, because he's addicted to them as well. Or just a bottle of whiskey or rum or something like that. Just like pops like 13 Xannies into a bottle of rum and just you know. It's just and then splat. That's what I would do anyway. All right, now we need to go. This is going to get a bit messy now because I've got to start drawing from my bookmarks.
You know,
on
that
X.
tends to happen when Jeremy's involved. Skid marks do crop
It
up
does.
at some point in the night.
It does. All right, where do we begin? All right, fuck. Let's see. We got tons of stuff, random stuff, by the way, like loads and loads and loads of random stuff.
Yeah, and before we get completely lost while you're searching, yes, he does seem to have some bit of chronic IBS, which is generally something that is attributed to people with alcoholism. So,
Yes,
yeah.
of course it is. Yeah, it is. Of course. Oh, actually, that one's better. I like that. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm just working on putting together the next lot of stuff.
And if you have a bad enough diet, you can kind of, get yourself to where you're in Crohn's territory. Just, acquire it.
Indeed. So, I more or less went to sleep after the stream yesterday. Just
Best
a
you could.
second. Yeah, okay. I think I'm up to date now. I think I've got everything. Almost everything.
Good.
So I went to sleep after yesterday's stream. And then when I woke up, I wasn't planning to wake up in time for Kino Casino. I was thinking I'll probably catch them when they're a couple hours in and rewatch the beginning later. But I woke up literally 8:30 a.m. my time. And I was like, oh, well, since I can't get back to sleep, I might as well fucking put on Kick and see. But there was no Kino Casino today because they had to delay a couple of days. It's like they're playing chicken. Who's going to come back from their vacation first? But no, it's fine. It's hilarious. They deserve it. They work really hard, and Quartering barely works at all, you know? Anyway, oh, hello. Sardog for £5 says, it's 250 already. Time flies when you're having fun. Fun in the sun. Yes, indeedy. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you.
He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee. Hey.
Yes, indeed, it is our 250th episode. Normally we make more of a song and dance about it, but I have to go drive across the island in less than an hour. So we got to get our skates on. Thank you for...
Thank you for $5.
All right, we got to get through so much crap. I woke up today to discover the Quartering had gone on yet another epic meltdown. Now, let me just remind you guys that this is the dude who said that he quit drinking on his birthday. Yeah, right. But there you go.
Day of the year that he's most likely to do it.
Indeed,
Sure.
yeah. Now, I like a drink a little too much from time to time. I certainly do. That's just me. That's my bloodline. That's my heritage. That's my culture. I'm from Scots and jazz musicians. So, Of course. But nothing like this, buddy. Nothing like this. Not like a pint of rum with a fucking splash of Sprite in the top. Nah. Nah. I once had a drink like that in Portugal. Whew, took me about half an hour. You know? It was Jack and Coke, though, but the bartender liked me. Always befriend the bartender. If you ever go to Portugal or Spain or any of these kind of countries where they don't have exact measurements behind the bar, in the hotel and the resort, wherever you are, always go straight to the bar and befriend the bartender. You'll have a great time. But there you go. Anyway, this is true. This is true. Brits abroad.
Never been to Portugal. Never been to Portugal, but I've been to Spain many times.
I've been twice. Yeah. Go on.
And I've mentioned before, I've been so drunk that I broke into a county jail. And I'm not even as much of a fuck up as the drunken display that the quartering has, become on the internet.
Me and Pal once got so fucking wasted, we started doing wrestling bumps on a bush. We found this flat bush that looked sturdy enough to stand on, so we started taking wrestling bumps on it, flipping.
Oh, we did something like that when we were about 17.
We woke up the next day, cut to ribbons. And by the way, the next day was 2 hours later in a field.
Nice.
We tried to walk home. So yeah, we've definitely done it. Anyway, let's get into this. We've got to get into this because I'm running out of time, I'm afraid, lads. But anyway, for those who missed the quartering and the quartering's epic crash out, this is the quartering, hashtag the quartering too, because he's blocked me, son of a bitch. A crash out earlier. I actually did one of these long threads where you post everything earlier on, because a lot of people were complaining because, of course, the silly bastard deleted everything about an hour after I said he would. Anyway,
but you were prepared.
I've become I was screenshotting these the second I saw them this morning. So yeah, what's going on with this? It's weird. Whatever. So the quartering randomly decided that he was going to crash out at Stuttering Craig and leak some DMs. He's furious, of course, of Stuttering Craig because Stuttering Craig has decided that he's going to A-log the quartering because, well, frankly, the quartering was a piece of shit to him. He took one of his co-hosts, paid her a load of money to leave his show, bad-mouthed his show, talked shit about side-scrollers, and side-scrollers is a good show. It's a very popular show. It's much more popular than Hambly's. Much more. Hambly, you might have he might have 10 times the amount of subs that Side Scrollers has, but it has 1/10 of the audience. So it's absurd, you know. Anyway, he says, "You mean the guy that begged me for help on YouTube and came on my and to come on my show? Those losers overplayed their hands. If they want me to be a villain, I will." It's pathetic, isn't it? If they want me to be a villain, I will. God damn it, boy, golly, you know.
Right.
Anyway, gosh darn it. It's so shit.
If I haven't already exposed that I have no real, I guess, just collegiate kind of respect already, let me go and, compromise myself further by showing you just how vindictive I am and how, why no one should ever do any business with me at any point in time.
So it's openly issuing threats to the internet again.
Do you have the
thing? Everyone's gonna double down now. It's been 2 weeks since he took down the casino, nearly 2 weeks, since he took down the Casino Clips channel, and he's still crashing out. This is the most epic shit. This is no longer just a little blip thing that happened on the internet for a while. This is history. This is Quartergate. You know?
And 2024 was a long time ago in terms of the internet world. And since that time, since this conversation took place, I doubt that you would be able to find any more current references than this, because you kind of been a clown show for going on, a year and a half. You know?
Exactly. He's been getting
not to say that the seeds weren't there, but
for about a year now. It's since Goonagate. It's since Goonagate.
Yeah, that's when the fruit of the tree kind of ripened.
Started to ripen finally. Yeah. So anyway, admittedly, Craig here is clearly asking questions, trying to figure this shit out, asking if he can collab with him. There's nothing wrong with that. I guarantee you, someone has DMs from Jeremy saying the same thing. Probably Tim Paul. You know, everyone has to do this stuff. I don't do it, but that's me. I just don't think I'm big enough to be able to get away with it. So I never go in people's DMs and say, "Hey, can I come on your show?" You know, I wait till I'm invited. But that's me. Craig's a go-getter. He's been doing this for 20 years. You know, he was Screw Attack before he was Side Scrollers. He's fucking internet history himself. You know, he's steeped in this shit. But Jeremy wants to try and portray that as you know, pathetic and beggy, and you needed my help, and now you needed my help once, and now you turn on me. You know, but that's disingenuous as fuck, because that's not actually what happened at all. You know, no one has an issue with this. There's nothing at all wrong with this. I would show all the comments, but we don't have time. You guys go ahead, follow me on X, Will of the Fans, and you can go through this all as you like and respond. A lot of you have already. So then we got this part 2. This is actually before the first one. I forgot, I put them in the wrong order. So this was slightly earlier than that other one. Nearly everyone profiting off spreading vicious lies on my name. What does this tell you? You just said the quiet part out loud, Jeremy.
Right.
Nearly everyone.
Yeah.
Is attacking you.
Right.
Nearly everyone.
Right. So if everyone's come about, like, you know, a certain conclusion, perhaps everyone's right.
Perhaps it is trying to look inwards.
Yeah, it's the thing. It's the standard issue thing. You know, if everybody's having a go at you, perhaps it's you. You know? Perhaps.
By the way, is the video, there was like a 1.5 minute video that Craig posted about this?
Yeah, I watched it live.
Oh, right, okay.
I was in his chat, Jeremy's chat, and the Kino Casino chat without a stream on at the same time this morning while screenshotting all of this. I was a busy boy, so don't you worry, we'll get there. So anyway, yeah, so he's like, the rest of it's bullshit. Of course, the rest of it's Jeremy bullshit.
And notice, too, that it's not like everyone, like, you know, speaking about me. It's everyone profiting.
Yeah, of course. It's about that, because that's what matters most to him. He can't help but reveal his hand at every possible turn.
Right.
Nearly everyone profiting off spreading vicious lies on my name. I've been nothing but nice over the years. Receipts are on my side. No, Jeremy, they're not. They're not. And if the receipts were on your side, then show them, you fucking flaggers.
Right.
Stop fucking hiding them. Just show them. You showed us every single channel you have, except the one for whom you have an email receipt from Google thanking you for reporting a channel.
That's right. All you've displayed is high levels of apparent hypocrisy and highly sus,
and
you know, evidence of some malicious behavior.
Exactly. This is exactly the kind of behavior of a fucking drunk dickhead. Someone who's furiously angry, even though they're probably in the wrong, but they've convinced themselves they're right because they're drunk. I've let it be for weeks, but I guess if they really want me on my villain arc, I will oblige. We're not scared of you, you fat pussy. Anyway, then there's another one. 1 new scalp a day, 2 p.m. EST. Hey, stuttering Craig, you blah, 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 blah. Tomorrow we'll look at the messages you've sent not only to me, but everyone else. I hope 2 videos ad revenue was worth it. These people are all snakes. Yeah, 2 videos. Okay. He's had 2 videos, and I've had 7 videos, and no, 6 videos. The 6th one's not out yet. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 live streams. And there are at least a dozen other channels that I've started watching almost every day now that are absolutely grifting off this, because they should. You're fucked, Jeremy. You're fucked. It's all of us, buddy. Everyone.
Yeah, I only have one question. What are the oranges for?
Yeah, what are the oranges for? Brining, preserving fucking pork loin. That's what.
Right.
Anyway, these fucking leeches forgot about the fact that I cut my teeth in the most ruthless time that ever existed on YouTube, the sector, blood sports. Jeremy, you were their bitch. You drank Sargon of Akkad's cum on a live stream. You had it mailed to your house and drank it.
Right.
Because they were taking the piss out of you so much. So you decided
Imagine
to
how
steal
cucked
into
you
the
are
crash.
that you will ingest another man's semen via
Right. To
letter.
prove that you're not a fucking cuck? Like, what are you talking about? Like, genuinely, Fractal Mage didn't know
I mean,
about
that is the
one,
most cuck thing, to take that much discipline and be like,
I'm not showing it. Sorry, but yeah.
Yeah.
A little pot.
No,
he has
I don't want to see it.
and he drinks it in one and then goes, afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. He actually did it. Yeah. That's what, I mean, allegedly it was Sargon of Akkad's cum. One thing or another, one thing we do know is he drank cum on a live stream. A pot of cum. For fuck's sake. And he did it because the others said he was sucking Sargon's dick so much. Because he was just a little bitch. He was Sargon's bitch. That's what you were, Jeremy. You didn't cut your teeth in the most ruthless time that ever existed on YouTube. You got fucking destroyed relentlessly and constantly by the most ruthless time that ever existed on YouTube. To the point that you tried to one-up them all by drinking cum. I'm sorry, guys. There are a lot of ways that you can take control of a situation. There are a lot of ways you can steer into the crash and get yourself some cool points by doing the thing that you're being accused of. But under no circumstances should that ever involve drinking another man's cum.
Yes.
Complete fail. He's so bad at interneting, man. He's so bad at it.
No, yeah. And in terms of the internet, he certainly doesn't have any kind of flow to his spitting, but he certainly knows how to swallow.
Gonzalo Lira, you won in the end. True.
Sorry, my cat's going apeshit. I'll be back in a sec.
No worries. I've got to press on though, sorry. Let massive YouTube channels lie on your name. So someone said, bro, do yourself and your family a favor and stay off the internet for a week. Just unplug and go outside, take a walk, you'll be happier for it. Back in the day, I used to watch every single one of your uploads. Please, for your own sake, get off the internet. Every post makes it worse. He says, let massive YouTube channels lie on your name because long ago I used to watch your channel. I shall send you a spoon forthwith you can eat my whole ass kid. Gibberish. I sure hope that all those temporary views were worth it. I've tried to play nice, but you've left me no option. You called down the thunder, well, now you got it. This guy's playing internet tough guy. He's worse than RTU. He's worse than RTU because he leaves a trail. At least Rich Dickers fucking screams and rees and felts himself live, and then unless you've clipped it, it's gone, you know? And not that many people are going to commit to it. But all I had to do was take 10 screenshots, make a little folder, and bing! Here they all are for you, you son of a bitch.
Indeed.
Never
Welcome
forget.
to the TED Talk, everyone.
Hang on. How long have I got? What? Like 20 minutes? What? I haven't got 2 minutes. I've got like maybe 15. Okay. All right. We got to wrap up. Never forget, all I have to do is send a text message, or was it an email, or was it a messenger pigeon? That's carrier pigeon, you imbecile. I don't know, but remember I have the power to get anyone I want banned from YouTube. Oh, for fuck's sake. The eye of Sargon's come here. I have the week off next week and I'm going to have some fun. You're not having fun, Jeremy. You're having a miserable time. You're absolutely destroyed. Miserable bastard. Miserable. Okay, hey, Stuttering Craig, care to share the hilarious DMs you sent before I do? Yeah, actually, we'll get to that. And we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so, next thing, quickly, before we go. 1 second. I need to get to this. And quickly get into Rumble so we can have a quick check. I looked, and it turned out that the Ham Planet was actually live. And he was playing Crimson Desert. And he was so bad at it that unfortunately there is no chat replay on Rumble, so I can't show you guys. But around about, well, just look at the screenshots, right? This is about the time here. We're at 31 minutes. He is tasked with taking the sacks, moving the sacks to another part of the camp. Right, which he's already going the wrong way, and moving them to another. No, not there, idiot, not there. That's where they came from. Fuck's sake.
So we're saying Jeremy's putting his sack in the wrong place.
Over there. That's where they've got to go. Yeah, he's putting his sack in the wrong place. Yeah, he doesn't know how to handle a sack. Exactly.
That's right.
So we've got this.
There are no more sacks here.
He can't hack it. He can't even sack it.
Where it was supposed to go. Forgotten. Picked it up, put it back where he got it, and now thinks that that's the quest.
It definitely isn't as intuitive.
So this is about where I showed up, and I started getting really annoyed with him, like really annoyed, because he's so useless.
This is the last of the sacks.
Yeah, putting them in the wrong place. So around about this point that I started commenting, because I was in his chat, and I just got the ump. I'm sorry. One thing I can't stand, even maybe potentially more than an unfelted quartering, is incredibly bad gameplay that wastes people's fucking time. So I just started hand-holding him through it, and he was answering me. I don't know if we can find a clip of it. That's the wrong place, I said. You got to put them over there. It's all this stuff like that. He was putting them on the fucking wagon, and I told him that's the wrong place. I think
he's a sad sack boy for sure.
Yeah, this is
Holy
about
shit.
the time that I told him he's putting him in the wrong place. Oh yeah, no, it's before that, because I told him that's a crate, you idiot.
Jeremy not knowing how to handle being a sad sack is.
They go on the platform you just cleared.
That's me.
Beautiful.
I said that. They go on the platform you just cleared. That was my message. So we went through there, and I handheld him through this, and we're at. By the time he figured out where a
Thank you so much,
pickaxe
dude.
was,
Appreciate you.
and managed to
appreciate you, Will.
Yeah, no, he was actually thanking people in chat, including me, for helping him through the fucking game.
Indeed.
Then later he banned both me and J Viper. Started crashing out about banning people in chat and stuff like that. It was after he took an extended period away from the screen. Oh, turns off his camera at one point.
The price I pay when I do gaming streams, it's okay.
Just standing around for ages.
It's definitely okay. I'm glad that you're here watching.
It's pathetic.
I'm glad you're here.
Pathetic. Absolutely
Like,
pathetic.
I know this is a big moment for you.
Such
It's okay.
a loser. He's such a loser.
Cliff. Oh, he's just.
What are you talking about?
He's useless. Yeah, he doesn't
Cliff?
care at all.
Aren't you coming?
He genuinely.
Yeah, okay. Where are you going?
He's so bad. at
Whisper
this.
come
I
in
find
the
it very
halls.
good. Crashed out again. Maybe it was around there somewhere. Don't know. He's bad at combat too. He made all the mistakes that everyone makes, but he just
Maybe that's what I have to do.
went nuts. And there's a bit where he left.
All right, escort Marius to the camp.
Doesn't really matter.
Oh my gosh.
But what I can show you is a clip that I took later, just to prove, by the way, that it was me that he's actually answering, because he blocked both me and J Viper at the same time, which was very funny, and I tweeted about it.
It is kind of hilarious that he can't get out of a bag unassisted. You know.
I know, right? So here, though, you can see that the chat came back, right? So eventually the chat came back, and you can see my message here near the bottom, just under the highlighted one. It says, "You don't have to pay for the outfit." Stupid bastard could have stolen the outfit, went and paid for it. Typical fucking Hambley. Wasting money.
Yeah. Well, you know, he clearly shown that he only knows how to mishandle holding the bag when it comes to anything in life. So.
Oh, you don't have to pay for the outfit? Well,
See? There he is reacting to me. So just to prove that that was me that did that. Anyway, then, of course, I discovered as I was in the Kino chat and the quartering chat, the Kino chat said, Craig's gone live. He's leaking the DMs before Ham Planet can. So fuck me, he did. He leaked all the DMs. I strongly recommend, guys, that you go, if you haven't already, and check out that stream. It's very available. In fact, not that long ago, a few hours ago, Craig tweeted it himself, a link to the full
there'll probably
stream.
be some more developments from this in future.
Oh
outings
god,
here.
yeah, it's probably already going on, but I haven't got time to cover it. I'll be watching with great interest while I'm away. But yeah, not that long ago, Craig tweeted out, "Please feel free to use this stream for your content, everybody." So he did, but not before. The best part of it was when we were all in there, and somebody told Quartering that this was happening. So he shut down his stream, pretended that he didn't. Because of that, he just, "Oh, we got to wrap it up now, guys," and then immediately showed up in the chat on Craig's stream, going, get me on, buddy. I'm here. Pop me on. Let's talk. Let's have a talk. And then just calling him coward and stuff like that in the chat. So, you know, we all knew where this was going. This was an obvious thing. This was way before it was, you know, before it happened even, I tweeted like, he's going to crash out in 3, 2, 1, you know. Because Craig didn't have him on. Craig was not paying attention. He was reading his super chats, loads of them, all insulting Jeremy. And he ended with, you know, the nicest thing that he probably could have said.
If Jeremy is in the chat, I do have a legit message for you. Put the bottle down. Put down the phone and put the bottle down. You don't need the booze, man. I mean this like sincerely. You don't need it. Get sober. Take a break, get off the internet. And when you come back with some creative energy. I know everybody's doing it, so you should do it too. No. Your flag, your channel should be demonetized. It's literally in the terms of service that you can't do what you're doing with those shorts, right? But you're skating by right now. So all I ask of you is to look at yourself and realize that you should, and by the way, I'm not being malicious at all. Take a step back. Totally remove yourself from the internet. If you need to like upload some videos to keep your channel in the algorithm, awesome. Do that. That's fine. But outside of that, get your work done, get done, and separate. Go on a vacation, go down to the beach, and just get off the internet. Do not drink. Don't smoke. Don't do any drugs if you do any of that stuff. I'm not implying that you do. I don't know anything about you outside of that. And just separate, man. Come back. Tell everybody you messed up, and then hopefully everybody can move on. That's the best advice I can give you. I was asking for advice from you a couple years ago. Now I'm giving you advice. Own it. Apologize, and do your best to regain some trust.
Perfect.
That's exactly what I was asking if you had. Yeah.
Go on,
no,
man.
I was just saying that's the exact clip I was asking if you had.
Yep. No, I got it. I got everything. I did really well today. I was done by 11 o'clock this morning. You know, it was great. And now it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's been a long one. But anyway.
But yeah, no, that statement does kind of cut to where we are in this whole equation. Is people keep telling him week after week, dude, maybe, just maybe, stop fucking drinking and shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
and,
just fuck off for a bit and get yourself sorted out and come back.
Maybe
We'll
have
still
some.
laugh at you, but maybe you'll have a chance at earning some respect back.
Right. Maybe you should come back as the humble Hambly instead of whatever the fuck this is.
Jeremy
you know.
Humbly, yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to Jeremy Hambully.
The humbling of the Hambly.
Jeremy Hambully.
Yes.
It's getting better. The names are getting better every day.
Has
all right.
anybody said? Oh, sorry.
The humbling.
Oh, yeah. So, Quartering, of course, immediately tweeted out. I said in Craig's chat, the crash out is going to be in about 10 seconds, guys. Watch out. He then said he fired up an emergency stream once I popped in. Suddenly, he drove 11 hours and was so tired. You coward. Chance of a lifetime, buddy. You ran. And then he tweeted, someone said, you tweet more than anyone. You spend more time in your fake life than you do in reality. He said, this is fair. I think X has been a net negative for me. I'll take a break. I responded to both of these. When he said the emergency stream tweet, I said, called it the second it was done. The Quartering, he didn't run. You weren't worth his time. You were fresh from a crash out, being handheld through early Crimson Desert by someone who can't stand you, me, because you were too pissed to place your sack properly. And then, last
nice
but not
play
least,
on words.
Thank you. This is fair. I think X has been net negative to me. I'll take a break. I said, see you tomorrow, asshole. And PPP, after Jerry tweeted out, Twitter is not real life, lol. Sometimes I like to kick the hornet's nest, but tomorrow will be a regular day just like every other day. No, it won't. You're never going to have a regular day on the internet again. You're a lol cow now forever. And you're one of the worst, too. Like, one of the worst. Worse than almost anybody. I mean, he's speed running the lolcow arc. Like, he's doing what took Darkside Phil 10 years, and he's done it in, like, 10 days.
It is funny, though. He's certainly not beating the allegations on, being a cuck in the sense that he couldn't get his sack in the goal.
Taggart says, and you weren't blocked for such an affront? Oh, I'm blocked. I've been blocked since...
Yeah, you've been pre-blocked.
I was blocked like 2 or 3 months ago, where before it was cool. You know, I'm the hipster of getting blocked by the quartering. But sorry, such a douchey thing to say. Yeah, I still tag him in everything because I don't care. I want other people to see it, you know. And when I tag him, more people respond. So there we go. Worse than Chris Chan? Yeah, definitely. Twitter is not real life, lol. Sometimes I like to kick a horse nest. It will not be a regular day, Jeremy. Drama used to be something I spent my time on, and to be honest, times were good, but I am less interested as an old man now, lol. Jeremy, you're not that old. You're only 3 years older than me. What happened to scalps at 2 p.m., says Jay Viper. You're going to have to get a massive triangle gong for Jeremy now. Jeremy typing out those smiley emotes. Yes. Yes. PPP says, Jeremy is already bitching out because his threats backfired again. Seriously, you have mental health and addiction issues. You need to own up to it, apologize, and make proper restitution. It's not going away. You keep making it worse for you and your staff. And that is game.
Indeed. I do believe that concludes today's segment of The Reportering.
Yes. The only question is who won? So,
right. Which we will let people sort out while we say our goodbyes quickly. Yeah. Yes, which I suppose since I'm indignant, I'll just say it right now. I'll keep it short too. Follow Toasty. I'll be over there tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll do a much more elaborate one of these at that point in time. But thank you, everybody who's hung out with us for the time today, been here from the beginning or anywhere along the way. Greatly appreciated. But of course, always great time with you guys. That said, wonderful week ahead. Safe travel, or wonderful week going forward. Safe travels ahead. Be awesome as always. There we are.
Thanks, man. Yeah. All right. And Rhoda?
Yeah, I've got noise pollution show later on this evening, and I'm working on a clip from my show from last night that I was going to make a video on, but it was just too funny and I need to use the clip, so I'm teaching myself how to do that. And then my show is back tomorrow. I believe we have Slay Every Game as guest, and our regulars, most of whom have been in chat tonight. And I mean my panel of nearly everyone on my panel have been in chat tonight, so that's awesome. And apart from that, I will see you guys for the farewell stream.
Don't forget to vote, guys. There is a poll on the screen right now. Vote for Wanker of the Week. Sorry, go on, Rhoda.
Yeah, and then I'll see you guys for our sad farewell to Red Dwarf on Sunday. And hopefully we'll get a gaming stream in on Saturday as well.
Good for you, man. I won't. I'll be out of town. I'm really behind, so my wife's going to kill me, but whatever. I still need a shower. Okay, we need at least, Hasan gets a +1 from what was that? From Smegheads.
I think it was Smegheads,
yeah. So whatever happens there, we got to get that. I've got to go in on an alt and vote for Hasan. All right, there we go. 1 for Hasan from Smegheads. Okay, we got 10 seconds left. Let's get a couple more votes, and we will have the ceremony. At least we need a winner between Hasan and Mary at the moment. We've got everyone voting for Jeremy, as always. This is the problem, isn't it? It used to be everyone voting for Hasan, but now the game has changed. The grift has turned. Indeed. It's a tough one. Dear. Oh, come on. Let's someone vote for either Hasan. Oh, we got it. Boom. There we go. Done. All right. In third place. Where did that go? It with 11% of the vote, getting herself a quite respectable 2 points. It's Mary Morgan, who
to the board.
Huh?
I said, welcome to the board.
Welcome to the board. Number 24th person we've added to the board so far, but we'll be entering the fucking hell, like joint 7th or 8th place at this point. Hasan Piker, of course, permanently number 2, gets himself a respectable 3 points for 39, and Jeremy Hamley is, of course, this week's winner, gaining himself a disrespectful 5 points and bringing him to a total of 91. That's right. He is over 50 points ahead of Hasan Piker at this point. Sorry, I didn't
even
realize.
at this time. That's got to be insurmountable.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of year left, but if Jeremy keeps going, it's going to be tough. He had to receive all those points because, of course, he did the worst thing you can do as a YouTuber. And I'm a YouTuber. So there we go. You still vote for Hasan? That's fine. All right, guys. Wanker of the week goes to Jeremy, the ham planet, the cuckening, the reportering, the bullering, the fucking everything. Well, no, fucking nothing because his bull's fucking everything. Ham.
This is a segment to celebrate all the people that we wish would disintegrate. Celebrities, politicians, lawyers, bankers, all of these people are total wankers. Insufferable, intolerable, nauseating, excruciating wanker of the week.
I would just like to suggest for the outro today, because we gotta, be expedient with time. Seeing as how Capcom got us into today's, hijinks, we should do the Capcom ladies of Street Fighter for the outro.
Oh, Street Fighter, right? Okay, we'll do Street Fighter then. Yeah, sure.
Or
Okay.
because it's St. George's Day, we could probably do Amelia instead.
Yeah, but he said it first. So, so there we go. Anyway, we always play Amelia. But I've got to go. John, can you shut down the stream because I'm gonna have to dip the second.
Yeah, I can hit the end button in here. I don't know if there's anything else that needs to be done anywhere else, but
No,
given that
that's
we're
it.
only on.
Just end
Yep.
it. Just
Yep,
end
yep.
it. I'm gonna have to dip, jump in the shower, and get driving.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. It's been a fucking amazing stream. We've had a great time with you all. Thank you so much for being so supportive as well. Shout outs, of course, to Barry Stroud, Smash JT, St. Hugo, Kratos, Smegheads, Zelosi 40, Smegheads as well, Smegheads, JJ, Coffee Cat, Cookie Kaiju, Sardok, and Sardok again, and Smegheads again. Thank you so much. We'll leave you with these boobies. Have a good time, and I'll catch you guys on Sunday. We'll be back. Till then, take care, Spiky Head. Fuck Disney, fuck Nintendo, fuck the quartering, fuck Hasan. Just question everything, respect the fans. Check out the Discord. The link is below. The boys of the fans will be back on Sunday. Till then, have a good fucking time, and never stop roasting the quartering. Tatty, bye.
Hey there, stranger, locked eyes across the ring. I'm the one who breaks bones and still makes hearts sing. Built for the fight, every curve a weapon too. But tonight I'm craving something only you can do. I've thrown down champions, left them begging on the mat. Now I want you under me. How about that? stinging. A little choke, a little bite, a little more. Till you're shaking, begging, crawling to the floor. Knit wrapped in skin that's burning hot. And you're the prize I wanna take apart. Ready or not. So step into my ring when the lights go low. One night, no rules, just us and the glow. I'll fight you, I'll love you, I'll wreck you so right. Come get this fighter. Let's go all night.
You win. Perfect.
All right. I only have myself to blame on this one. God damn it. Everyone, have a great day.